And yeah, it's just going to be it's exciting to see this in the money GFL footy. It's a lot of unknowns. So you can't go back and watch any vision. You can do your research online, but until that ball bounces, you don't know exactly what's going to happen. So you have a look through their midfields, and they've both got some real classy midfields. And Signs up against the new player in Mayborn. It's an unknown. And you've got Hanley, Ajang, Gribble, Lovell, Peel's obviously out. And you've got Marcus Thompson, the Herbert brothers, Williamson. So it's going to be a real good clash of the midfield as well. So two can kick goals up forward, both missing some personnel up there. Peel's out up the other end. You've got some players out of there as well over the last couple of years who've kicked their goals for them. Brothers, leading goal kicker, Lucas Boyd. So who's going to replace those to kick goals? Mitchie Patton's probably going to have to kick goals. So it'll be a real good battle of midfields and battle of the kids.
Insurance brokers head-to-head. Have you got a head-to-head that you're going to be keeping an eye on this afternoon? You might have some influence on this contest.
Yeah, I do, and you're going to have to go with the experience and the great players, and that's Hanley versus Marcus Thompson. They're going to get each other at a lot of stoppages. They're going to get each other in general play. It's going to be one hell of a contest for them too. We both know how good they are. We both know how classy they are. Marcus Thompson come back last year in his first game. I think we might have broadcast out here actually. He got 32 possessions and won the Steamatic Player of the Day, I think, last year.
Is that the Pride game?
Yeah, Pride game, yeah, from memory. And he was fantastic. He ended up averaging 32 for the year. And he was averaging 35. So, what a head-to-head that'll be today. And I think the midfield gets on top, and which one of those gets on top of each other will win the game of footy.
Insurance brokers head-to-head coverage along for 29 years. Thanks to Don and the team. Very much appreciate the support of the insurance brokers. We'll also keep an eye on the Wombat Gully Plant Farm matchups as well. Looking forward to seeing Jake Pitt.
Yep.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see defensively who they send to him. And that's probably a little bit of an unknown.
It is, isn't it? Looking through their side and who they've got new and yeah.
Drew Oval, which has got the hard wicket in the middle, and they're only playing cricket on it about 3 weeks ago. Nick Ovid looks nice and green and ready to take a little bit of footy traffic. Had some showers a little bit earlier here, Rockwell, but they appear to have cleared, and just talking to us about the breeze, we're going to get a similar situation to yesterday where the wind's going to favour the more northern end of the ground. So I'm going to get you a compass.
It took us a while yesterday to sort this out.
They do turn out to enforce the Leopold faithful, and they've done it again this afternoon. A good crowd in on a Sunday afternoon. Just see Ethan Little played an absolute blinder in that game against that. It was a very entertaining game. I think probably was that the best game we saw last year?
Yeah, had it all. That last quarter was electrifying. So they were pretty stiff too, weren't they?
They were. That was probably the game that we started. Obviously, when we think of the 1990s, but the West name is forever linked with the Gribble surname, and to have Noah for start, no doubt Tom at some stage, but I suspect that's probably still a few years away as long as Tom's going to be wrapping up numbers in the VFL competition. Just keeping an eye on West, what are you seeing out of their warm-up? through the AFL Barn live stream. I've got to say, massive congratulations to a man who's standing in front of the K-Rock box. They call him the boss, Sean McKenzie. The 100th game as Waterboy for the GWG along with Giants yesterday. He just dropped by to say hi. Well done, boss. Congratulations on your milestone. You're a great servant of local footy. Everybody loves you, and we look forward to you playing Dragons this year. Yeah, the Long Dragons, of course, in the feeding competition. Good luck to the boss, man. Great to see him drop by and have a chat. We gave him a mention on the Carroll Football website as well. So, players starting to make their way into position. We'll keep an eye on some Wombat Gully Plant Farm matchups. Let's go around the panel. Nico, who wins this one and by how much? Kirsch?
Giants by 12.
JD?
Well, seeing as I got it right yesterday.
There we go.
It's taken you an hour and 5 minutes to mention it.
Well, that's okay. I was just too busy mentioning my other team, North Shore. I think West by 17.
I did say you're the number one ticket holder in North Shore yesterday. You knocked it back, and now what? You want it back, do you?
No, right away.
I live 300 metres from the Leopold ground. I'm tipping the lines this afternoon. So I can live
So you can have
town.
I like
it. Leopold by 11 this afternoon. I know. First quarter not too far away. Big thanks to Harvey Norman. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices. Umpires in position. Umpire Jones, umpire Zarb among those running this afternoon. So good luck to the men in that sort of limeish colour. Keep an eye on those matchups early and a good side straight into the ruck. Before Leopold is made on the Montrose product will go into battle and get us underway. Here's Jason Doherty of Parrot Footy.
So Mayborn goes up with Watts, who gets it down to Geelong West, and there's a hold, an early hold too. So the Giants will take the free kick. Kelly in the middle. He's got the footy. It's Hanley, in fact, who takes it and goes long with the kick. Uses that breeze that Rock Dog was talking about inside 50. Lewis is there, can't pick it up for Geelong West. Puts on a good tackle though. Harris Jennings in there for the Lions as well. He's wrapped up, not going anywhere. We will have a ball up just inside 50, northern end of Memorial Park. Signs against Mayborn, goes up high, Jaden too, gets it down to the back of the pack, coming through quickly with Dribble for Geelong West. Leopold trying to pick it up, Burgess was there, umpire said play on, just outside 50 now, it's a bit of a rugby scrum. The umpire leaving it, going to pay it too, so free kick. They come back to Leopold, they're standing over handily for the Giants, and right on half back. The Lions are going to go towards centre wing. Burgess sends it long, looking for a marking option with Mayborn. He can't take it, stopped away from him by Watts. Out of bounds for a downfield throw. It's interesting the goal with Watts starting the ruck.
Signs forward.
Signs forward for Wombat Gully Plant Farm. Looks like Brock Williamson running with David Hanley at the moment.
Daisy started on him, and a great contest on the wing too with
Jamie Thompson.
Herbert and Gribble as well.
So it's knocked forward by Watts. Went through the hands of an advancing giant there. Jennings quick kick forward at Nyack. Great to see him back tip at Nyack. He marks. Left half back. He wants to switch the play to the outer side of Leopold Community Bank Oval. He'll send it out wide, looking out there for Mora. He's under a little bit of pressure there. And it's a good tackle that backs him up too from Pitt. Pitt's going to win himself a free kick. Good size, Pitt, isn't it?
He is nice.
Front of the scoreboard that shows no score to either for Harvey Norman. Kicks towards half forward. Ball going out the back to Patton here. He can't cancel the footy. He got shoved from Nyack up. I didn't see it that way. And put it clean up there. There's going to be a free kick, is there? So there's going to be a free kick for a hole going which way? It's going to Leopold. Is it going to, it's going to Leopold, or it might be for holding the ball.
He actually hurt himself, the bloke who tackled Patton illegally then. It might be Wood.
Jake Wood, I think it is.
Yep.
And shot at goal is going to be with Richie Patton. Yeah. So Patton was an interesting spectator yesterday at St Joseph's in Colac. Didn't want to go and watch the twin brother at Bell Park.
No.
He might have been there a little bit later, but I did see him early in our broadcast, keeping an eye on proceedings at Drew Oval. The kick from about 25 out, directly in front. He started at left, and that is where it stayed. He hooked it badly. Not sure that he was trying to work it back with some breeze. But either way, the first score of the season for Leopold is behind. It goes to Mitch Patton. They lead one behind. Giants hit the score. First quarter, K-Rock. Harvey Norman scoreboard. We've gone nearly 3 minutes. And he's brought to a very tight clock. So the Giants to bring it in. They go out wide. It's okay. Evans. Put the ball in the back pocket. He plays on quickly, goes towards centre wing. They've moved it around quickly.
on the outer side of the ground and drive it long towards half forward. They set themselves right at 50, punched away. Was that a hold? The umpire said. I think it is. Going to come back to Symes. Just coming to the attacking side. Yes, a rock dog. So Symes goes in board. It's a good kick too. Right in the pocket, finds a gang who has taken the mark and will shoot for goal from about 30 out, close to the boundary line in the right forward pocket. So the first real opportunity for the Giants to score. About 3.5 in this first turn court for the Berries time clock. I spoke to Greg Mellor before the game about Emmanuel Ajang and where he might be playing this afternoon. He'll be wanting to start the game positively here with a goal if he can. Comes in now, 30 out, right foot kick, looks pretty good.
He's
off
happy
the
with
boot.
it.
He's pretty
Great
happy. He went early with the celebration, and no doubt they will see much of the happy as well. He's put the first on the board this afternoon, 1 straight 6. Leopold 1 behind. Harvey Norman K-Rock scoreboard first quarter. And here is Matt Kershaw.
Really? You saw me go to the computer, didn't you?
That's all I waited.
Impressive start by West. Obviously, Mickey Patton had the opportunity there to get them in front, and it goes back to the centre. It's a different ball game, but you've got to take your opportunities. It goes up the other end, coast to coast. Good play by West then.
Jake Wood's okay for St John of God. We'll keep an eye on that as the ruck contest back in the middle. Mayborn's put a giant on his backside. We're going to come up with a footy off half back here, Leopold. Chance now for Burgess. Burgess will bring the kick back towards centre half forward, flying but not marking. There might be a free kick paid there. No, it's not. Got whistles going everywhere. Got the netball on beside us, and the West boys will go inside 50. Burgess will look to clean up for Leopold and blows out of it. It's up to by Todd. And out of bounds. Trent Thompson comes in, throws a little bit of weight around as Trent Thompson is wont to do. And we'll get a ball thrown back into play. Thank you for that. St John God, you're an emergency specialist. Now over 24/7 by Street in Geelong. Boundary throwing. Watts just grabbed it out of the ruck up, getting rid of Mayborn from 51 metres out. Sees an open goal. He's kicked it. Landy's Tavern goal of the afternoon early from Big Watts. He's on the Geelong VFL list, and that footage will look very good in the eyes of Shane O'Brien down at the Cats. He just moved Mayborn out of position in the ruck contest, grabbed it and hit it flush from 51. Nice finish, and they go 11 points to the good, the Giants. 2 straight 12, Leopold 1 behind. Opening quarter, thanks to Harvey Norman.
So before the game, Buddha did say that you'd be giving away a bit of height, and it's shown the last probably 3 contests they've had where Tyler Watts is just all over him, and that's probably why they've started him.
Love rule.
He's set to go off. So this will give him more of an advantage as to who comes into ruck from the forward half.
So they're taking the opportunity to also make another change as Mayborn comes off, so he'll be replaced. Tom Scott coming off as well at the same time. So Dick Jennings coming in, I think so.
Yep. No,
it's
Jake Pitt.
Yeah, Jake Pitt. So Pitt up against Watts, who gets it down in the middle. Herbert wrapped up, loses the football. With the middle Marcus Thompson, as he's done many times, goes towards centre half forward. Off the side of the pack, Liam Herbert gets it. Goes inside 50 with the kick. Giants come across, got the numbers defensively. Bash it over the boundary line for a throw in. It's Josh Wyatt for the Giants. Coming across the third man up. So we'll have a boundary showing right half forward, Leopold into attack. Watts. Oh, short boundary throwing, like to do that again. And he will. The ruck contest 4 for Leopold. Balls to the back. Nyack wrapped up like 3 Leopold players. He's not going anywhere. And the umpire come in. Do a bit more work. 2 straight 12 for Giants. Good start. Leopold 1 behind. Harvey Norman K-Rock first quarter scoreboard. Right half forward for 40 years. And spit out chance here for the Giants to get out of trouble. Watts flicks it up. Dribble, wrapped up in a good tackle, brought to ground, not going anywhere. Umpire says give it to me right next to the boundary line, right half full. Good crowd underneath the awnings here at Leopold. And
It's always a good crowd, and it gets loud underneath that very low ceiling. He pushed off his kick to Leopold. Ball rolled towards the boundary line. The footy not clean at the moment. Just looking at a matchup. Jeff Matthews has got the roll on Jackson Collins. He's giving him all sorts of future one runners at the moment.
Another one of interest is Burgess and Moi Moi. Moi Moi's just come off for his spell, but that'll be a real good contest today.
On that Gully Plain Farm matchup, competition tap down one by a good bit of roading. Williamson, the Port Arlington product, throws it on the left through inside forward 50. Can't find a target. Working his way through and throwing the pick up the chimney. It might have been Ash. Chance now with the footy for Marcus Herbert. The ball's going to go towards the boundary line. There should be a free kick paid for a hold there. Surely, no, without the footy was might have been Daxton Mensch. It was without the ball. And it's out of bounds. Good throwing. Jason, have a go. See, clear this area. Being stuck on the right half forward flank for about 4 minutes. Another boundary throw in. Watts. That's in front. Neither good an effective tap ball. Spills from behind. And a kick quickly by Norton. Goes out wide. And we'll be a free kick. Come back to Brad Wood for the Giants in the back pocket. A bit of a stalemate at the moment,
It is, isn't it? We need to get it out there or get some score on or get some flow going.
Wood has it deep in defence. He wants to switch the play. He wants to go to the outside. Runs his full metre. Goes wide with the kick. Free kick, I think, for a push. It is. Comes back quickly. And the Giants looking to move it. With Jake Wood out there. Go towards the centre wing. Lions fighting hard for it. Little kick from Williamson. But turn the ball over. So Giants get control of the football again. Their handball over the top. They keep going now. Evans gets it. They go deep inside 50. Symes in the middle. Thompson from behind. Punched away. Jennings as well for the Lions. They settle the play. They might be able to switch it around. Dangerous, but they've got some time. Herbert gets it now. They're going to handball off, asks a lot of Burgess to tucks it under the arm and has it bounce. And then pulls the kick inboard. It's a smart little kick too. Marking target. Can't find the man he wanted. It's worked out okay. Marcus head back to Burgess. Pushed off his kick. Watts a handball over the top. Chance now for Leopold from Matthews, who's dragged the ground and he'll get a ball up. Just inside the field of play. He'll get a ball up. Right in front of our best seats in the house, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. We've got you. Watts to do the ruck work against Kick, the Adelaide recruit. Kick on the tap down. Chance here for the Lions. A clearing kick though from Herbert is out of Williams now. He's out of bounds on the full. And the question will be taken this by Ethan Little. It is a big ground Leopold, isn't it? Wide, isn't it? Lots of space there at centre half forward. Little plays on now. Runs his full measure, just gets the kick away as well. Goes long, big pack there. Lewis crashed the middle, off the side. Moi Moi gets wrapped up. The umpire said play on, and umpire right there on the boundary line says it'll be mine. So boundary ball up. At 40 out from the goal for the Giants. Symes gets it down, but only as far. There's the boundary line. We'll have another boundary throw in.
Just feeling each other out.
Something inspiring at the moment.
It is at the moment.
I don't know whether that wind's having more of an impact than
Probably. It feels strong here, but I don't know. I guess we're coming off a good game and
ball. Tried to get kicked out. Now around the corner. And that came quickly from Lovell for the Giants. Jennings across there, across half back. Symes though, he gets it at half forward and gives it away by hand. Off a step. Short little kick was okay. Moi Moi made some space and took the mark and will shoot the goal from 40 out on a 45-degree angle. So two already. Chance for the third of the afternoon for all the Giants. And Moi Moi. Just enough pressure across half forward to keep the ball in there. Able to find some space. He comes in with a right foot. I think he's sprayed that. He has 3-4. One behind. 2-1-13 now the Giants. Lead Leopold. One behind. And that's on the Harvey Norman K-Rock first quarter scoreboard. 4.5 minutes gone on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Fair to say, Kirsch kicking to that northern end. There is some serious carry on the ball.
yeah, bit of hold up.
Dixon to bring the ball back into play for the Lions. tucks it under the arm, runs into the right back pocket and sends it towards our seats in the house. Giddings will fly, went through his hands, ball out the back of the pack, taking it towards the boundary line of Barnes. Stayed in the field of play, kept it alive, gave it to Thompson. Thompson trying to barge his way through, on the front rower. It was like Rodney Howe for the Melbourne Storm back in the late 90s, trying to take about 4 defenders with him.
Riding the fifth at sail by the looks of it there for a minute.
Rodney Howe, Tim May, he's pulling them all out.
Tim May,
I know, go old school.
Umpire Jones wants to throw the ball in the air and everybody thinks he's the boundary umpire. It's still in the field of play.
He did go over though, I guess he called it beforehand, didn't he?
Tracked down by Watts. Head over the footy with Jang in the area. Got a little kick on the boot and then 5 metres. Ricochet away from Williamson for Leopold. Chance for Barnes for West to drive on the ball. He can't get a clean handle on it. It's another stoppage. It's been a stoppage fest in this opening term. Thanks to Harvey Norman. Big Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices. Brian and Warren Collins. As Watts goes at it again with a kick. Tapped down by Watts. He's been getting the ruck so far. He's good tackle laid by a couple of Leopold players there. West player underneath it. He's not coming out by Jones. Once more, give it to me. Last play up. Here's Potts Kelly. Almost at the point of the spread. Left half forward. Jones for the attack.
His ground, got it down towards Riddle. Can't take it though. Kick from Herbert was smothered. Still at the point of the centre square at half forward for the Giants. Pretty scrappy play now. Jang gets it clear and kick inside 50, but it's turned over. The Lions go back towards centre wing. Big pack there off the back of the pack. Nyack's there. And also coming through with Gribble. Lions fight hard for it. Ball still in dispute. Comes out to the side now. A little poke from Marcus Thompson. Got towards half forward. He gets it back again, following up Marcus.
Don't tell me!
For the right foot kick, has it bounced which way? It's
Marcus Thompson!
He's having goal of the day. Marcus Thompson has done beautifully. 2, 3, 4 efforts and kicks the goal.
That's what the game needed, Jace.
And Marcus Thompson has put the first on the board for the Lions. They're 1-1-7 and they trail the Geelong West Giants. 2-1-13. Harvey Norman, first quarter K-Rock scoreboard.
Not too much to review from that goal. It was more or less just surge it forward, weight and numbers. Marcus Thompson head over the pill several times. Great effort. Joel Selwood, like multiple efforts. Goal. Fantastic play. Off the half-back too. Proactive defenders coming at the ball, meeting it, kicking their forward half. Harris Jennings come off his opponent perfectly.
He's very flexible, Jennings. He's got the ability to go forward. He can actually play in the ruck as well. He's got a good leap on him.
Yep.
Right now he's just playing down in defence, but back in the middle, kick during the ruck work against Symes this time. His Williamson being held out by David Manley. It'll be a free kick to the Lions, who wouldn't be upset with this scenario, kicking into the wind, only trailing by a goal when they're halfway through the opening term. The kick of Williamson is very, very wide, asks a lot of Burgess and tracks it on the bounce. He goes short over the top. Mayborn attacks it on the half volley, couldn't take it cleanly. Quick kick forward from Nick Ashley, a famous Leopold name. Kick to the top of the screen, no mark taken. Chance to clear here. For the Giants, through the hands of Minch. They get it to half back. Just straightening up with Nyack in the well.
Of course.
Jang. And they do commit a penalty. And it'll be Little. It'll be marched 50 metres, a 50-metre penalty.
Probably missed the first one and then just getting on the step.
Going against Luke Justin. I think it's come from Collar and Nurat, which of course is a big bird.
Is it? Ben Maloney.
Yeah. A quick kick by Little. Oh, Jennings got up high to provide a spoil, and they'll attack from half back here. Oh, geez, slow to get rid of the footy there. It was Michael Case, who's run down from behind. And he's holding the ball by Moi Moi. Just took too long there, Michael Case. Just had to get it on the boot. Moi Moi was ready to pounce. He's now called a play on. He swings out on the arc. He's got plenty of purchase. Wow. But it just misses the right. 3 from behind.
Oh, he's exciting, isn't he, Moi Moi? We saw it last year.
2-2-14 at the old Archbishop Desmond. May you rest in peace. Leopold 1-1-7 in his first quarter. And Carroll football picking it up.
Justin, ball full back for the Lions. Sticking out the outer side. Now he just holds it up though. No ball has come GWG offside. He goes in that direction. Giddings is there as well, but right in the middle. Taking the mark is Max Kelly. Goes nicely against 3 lines. Goes wide with the kick. It's good for distance and accuracy. Taken by Kelly. So that's interesting. Who was it? It was a handler. Who that was? It kicked it to him.
Yeah, it was Lockie
Handley. It was. He goes short to Collins, or he should have taken the mark and couldn't do so. Jennings is there for the Lions. Goes with a right foot kick back to whence it came at half back, going over the top. Now Jan gets back on centre wing. He overruns the football as well, needs some support. They've got some too. Coming out it was Lockie Handley again. Out the back, they work at a jang under pressure through some traffic.
Class.
Couple of little don't argues and a little bit of candy and goes through the middle. Giddies can't take the mark. Leopold now at half back. Thought about the handball. Should have been first option. Puts Jennings under pressure. Then he gets a clearing kick. Pass to Jang on centre wing. Lawrence has got it. Candy everywhere here. The ball comes around the corner to Billy Clark. But they at the back of Jang. Across half back again. Might be able to throw it up. Nyack gets wrapped up. Back to a Jang. Under pressure from the Leopold forward. Goes down to runs in 20 metres out and will score the goal.
Impressive defensive work there from the Leopold forwards. I was a bit concerned about how they're going to kick their goals when the ball hits the ground because Patton's really done only dangerous small, but geez, they worked in numbers there and worked really well.
2-1-13. The Lions, the Giants are 2-2-14, and that's on the Harvey Norman and K-Rock first quarter scoreboard.
You don't like that, Nico, do you? You don't like them trying to get through these tackles?
I think it was Tim at Nyack that just tried to bite off the really good shoe there. Through best Ken. Umpire crosses in mid-air. My ball will go at it against Signs climb high. One attack down. David Hanley's there with a chance here for the Lions. Going through Marcus Herbert and Marcus Thompson. Just jammed it on the boot towards left half forward. Bouncing ball, tracked towards the boundary line by Dwyer. Got a handball back to Lockie Hanley. Had a bit of the fumble. Under pressure from Billy Clark. Flipped the handball over the shoulder and out of bounds. So Billy Clark on debut. It's Matt Otis. Forever a team at Leopold where he coached the first GWG Senior Premiership in 2016. So he's come across as Otis has come back to the club as a development assistant coach. In a role with Gary Hopkins and David Hanley, getting it off by hand, chance for Lovell. Clearing kick is okay onto the chest of Kelly. Young Cox has got it, outer wing. Just back on the scoreboard that shows a 1 point Giants lead. 14 plays 13 first quarter for Harvey Norman. Kelly. What's he got downfield? He sends it long, looking down there for a marking option. It flirts with the boundary line and it's gone out of bounds on the full. Tremendous pod. Got his hands on the footy. Trent Thompson is the result for kicking it up. Thompson, he goes short, but he's turned it over as well. Ball's in the arms of David Hanley, comes back in forward. Great pick up on the half volley by Gribble. Over the top, Leopold fighting hard for a good tackle. Went on Evans. Ball's still in dispute at half forward. Kelly gets wrapped up as well. Leopold trying to get the ball free. Mayborn puts on half a tackle as well. Ball spills back towards Burgess. Pushes it back inside defensive 50. But Liam Herbert in support. Kicks across the face of goal towards Harris Jennings. Not going to sit for him either. And it's out of bounds for Shelley. So Giants still into attack. About 40 around from their goal. Harris Jennings is in a great position there because it was a bailout kick basically came from Liam Herbert there.
It just had too much on it. It was a bit of a mung, but just need to take a bit of heat off it.
I think he was just happy to get it somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
To be honest. Mayborn will do the ruck work for Leopold against Watts. Mayborn with a double fist and Nick Schultz style towards the boundary line and then Scotty Frangos in front of Marcus Case. Sees it out of bounds for a boundary throw. And Scotty Frangos coaching the twos this year for West, playing game 170. If there's a bloke that deserves to play finals from Geelong West, it's Scotty Frangos for all of his service. No, he's very highly sought after as a coach at lower levels. Boundary throw in. Watts uncontested, double palm down, wasn't great. He put it straight down Williamson's throat. He gave a handball off to Liam Herbert, who sold up the river. He somehow got it to Thompson. Thompson wrapped up in a tackle by David Hanley. And we'll get the ball up.
Gone head to head a few times, Thompson and Hanley. They're finding each other at the stoppages.
John Insurance Brokers. Tap down Watson, just flicked it over his shoulder. There's a couple of lines there, including his opposite ruckman Mayborn. Mayborn's kicking. He's going to flirt with the boundary line and eventually spin out. Is it insufficient? Well, I don't think he's looking to kick it anywhere other than along the line. It couldn't be considered a play. The free kick will go to Gribble. Gribble's got it at left half forward and inside side 50 go the Giants.
And he goes, Trent Thompson comes out, can't take the mark, front and centre Kelly, they get it away to Watts, left foot kick around the corner, running across the face of goal, the ball towards the pocket, and they can't get it in across there as Angus Codd. And it will be a boundary throwing to the right, forward pocket now for the Giants. Desmond Lee, 2-1-13 Leopold. Work his way down there, pretty short boundary throw in through the middle. They try and work hard the lines in defence. Oh, is that a high tackle? The umpire said play on. They ball on hands and knees. They come back and ball it up 10 out from the goal. Big tackle round two with his ball up. They ball. Tried to be the straight out of the air job. He couldn't get that done though. Still big pack around the ball, 10 metres out from the Giants' goal. Rugby scrolling shoes. Where's Rodney Howe when you need him? And building another ball up. Trying to get us a goal here.
It's 29 players in the forward 50.
Yeah.
29 standing in.
Yeah, 23 minutes gone. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock. Watch from behind, one the tap down. Trying to barge his way through the pack, but going nowhere. The footy was Tanner Lewis. Clearing kick for Leopold's going to land with Gribble, but he's going to have it stolen off him by Nick Lane. Lane couldn't take it cleanly though. Chance here for Case going through. Socketed it off the ground, but straight into the running hands of Lockie Hanley, and his kick was taken cleanly. It was a very good piece of work though by Justin. Must have been touched off the boot, and they will clear here now through Williamson. A long ball to the outer wing. No mark taken out there for the Lions. Will there be a free kick for front on contact? There will, and it'll go to Jake Pitt. Pitt's got it just back of the wings. Brings it inboard and finds Williamson. Got Williamson and finished third in the best and fairest last year. Swings onto his right boot. Sends it long, looking down there for Pat, who tried to use the body. He's given away a free kick there on Mora. And it'll be clearing kick now for West to send them into attack. Well, Evans goes to the kick, and Thompson had to come out and meet the ball, and he did very nicely to leave his opponent in Watts and got towards Max Kelly. Got the numbers in support now. Williamson gets a kick around the corner, and they can run now through through centre wing, back to the middle of the ground. He's settled the play down now after they had to run across the centre of the ground. Right it forward now. Herbert, good lead Gillings as well. Kicking at centre half forward. He goes towards the pocket, out the back, goes up. No mark, is it? Mark? No, play on to the umpire. Getting across there, Handley. Knight in support, kick around the corner defensively. Towards a Jagger goes up, big thump away. Goes back towards Handley, kept his eye on it, couldn't take it though. Outnumbered, Herbert's there, needs some support, got some as well. Through Ash, kick back around the corner into the left forward pocket.
Oh!
Now Mitchie patting off a step. Just misses through for one behind. 1 goal to his personal tally, and squares things up here. 2-2-14, Leopold. The Giants 2-2-14, 25 played. Port Phillip Ferry's first term here at Leopold Community Oval. It's 2 times 2-2 at the moment. 2 Desmond Tutus. Family. That's locking into the back pocket on the bounce, taken by Frangos. He's confronted by a couple of lines. And his handball is a ball on. He sold his teammate up the river and he's going nowhere. That should be a ball up. Underneath that pack. Getting up. His feet, last player up. One play from Jake Wood. We're about 20 out from the Leopold goal. Was rare from the handling because he usually quite smooth at his level with his last player up. Chance here for Scott out of the pack. And then bouncing the ball. Scott didn't get there, but he's Patton with the left foot. Now open goal score. There's somebody on the line who kicked it. Well, something out of nothing from Mitch Patton.
Yep.
Tom Scott could have just forced the ball forward, and Mitch Patton used all his class, and he's kicked 2 goals, 2 in this opening term. So right now, it's Geelong West 2-2. Level with Mitch Patton 2-2 and Leopold lead 3-2-20, 3-2-20, 2-2-14. First quarter, Harvey Norman K-Rock scoreboard.
Well, it feels like it's going to be one of those games, doesn't it, where the goals are going to come from something out of nothing. It's going to be a lot of stoppages, the ball's on the ground. It's going to be who can manufacture goals out of nothing, really. And I think pressure is going to be everything today.
26 minutes gone in this opening term. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock. Port Phillip Ferry's there's no getaway to travel. Symes goes up against Mayborn, gets it down as well. Bruno might nearly come back to him actually. Lovell was in there as well for the Giants. He's wrapped up by Scott, not going anywhere. Leopold coming.
I know the goal was a minute and a half later, but Trent Thompson coming off his opponent down here was fantastic.
Did nicely. Symes with a double fist of the Lovell, got the hands free, got it out to centre wing. Handball came back. Under a bit of pressure now. Might come back in the end to Barnes, who gets it further towards Mensch. Under pressure, Herbert right next to him. Burgess was in there, left with the footage. Mensch has hatched it. The umpire.
In trouble here, I reckon.
Going to say L2.
Yeah, a good look. Good look.
Can I go around the grounds for Leopold Sport? You saw Australia in the Women's World Cup final, 5 for 356. And we said nearly 170 of 138. Wow.
In 50 overs.
Seen them okay. And they were only 60 odd after 15. Wow.
Well, they're playing with a beach ball.
They brought the 4 seamers on.
Tim May must be bowling.
Tim May must be bowling. Ball from the ruck contest. Herbert gets a clearing kick for Leopold towards half forward. Big pack there. Off the front of the pack. Patton puts the tackle on. Ball spills free. Got taken by Norton, kicked around the corner, punched away defensively, Giants under pressure, numbers with the lines across half forward, kick around the corner quickly, inside the two, Patton again, came from Jack Dixon, and got it to Mickey Patton, and
They're tough down, they down there, old Dwyer.
he is. He kicked 2 goals too, Mickey Patton.
Yeah, he's actually playing a good game of footy, Burgess.
We've already had 2 players win a game off their own boot this weekend. Adam Johnny, who kicked 6, and Werribee Central's only kicked 2. Tom Hornsey kicked 6, and Anglesey only kicked 5. Mickey Patton's heading to that direction right now.
What about
Kicked 7. Well, Mick Patton kicked 3 because he put that straight through the middle.
3-2.
3-2. And we're doing the Leopold Sports Club Award. Don't go early though, Rock
Yeah,
Dog.
they go the early crow.
Don't go the early crow.
You can't give it to him at quarter time.
Probably could if he kicks another one. He might. 4-2-26 Leopold, the Giants 2-2. 14 Harvey Norman. K-Rock first quarter scoreboard.
We've seen it over the years with Mitchy Patton with some classy midfielders getting the ball into him. Today's a little bit of a different scenario for him with those chaos balls coming in, but geez, how dangerous is he? Ball in the ground, ball in the air. He's doing the ball at the minute.
But there is some class in there with Thompson, Williamson, the Herberts.
And Burgess at the moment with his forward entries.
Back in the middle, Giants need one.
Burgess is playing back, might I add.
He's doing the ruck work against Watts. Watts on the tap down to Hanley, went straight into an O'Brien tackle, going nowhere. We'll get a ball up on the centre wicket area that's grassed up nicely, but it's probably a bat first arrangement with the firmness of the track, according to Chris Nichols down boundary side. Watts from behind on kick on the tap down, soccer off the ground by O'Brien. Wonderful pick up there by Ash, a handball out the side door. O'Brien came again, couldn't take the footy away. Chance now for Burgess, very classy. Rather Herb Marcus there, very classy. Left foot kick, where's Pat?
There he is. There he is. There he is.
He jams it on the boot. He's unable to get any spin on the ball to pull it back towards goal. It goes out of bounds in the right forward pocket for a boundary throw-in. Well, this is the best quarter of the year individually we've seen from somebody. We thought Jack Buckley's third quarter was pretty good yesterday, but Mitch Patton.
Jack Mullen kicked 3 1/4 yesterday.
First quarter, that's a good point. Marcus Thompson forced to do the ruck work against Watts, who quite comfortably won the tap. The West Point cleared the area. Liam the received his down out of bounds. On the right forward pocket as we tick past 30 minutes gone on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Leopold 4-2 into the breeze. Giants 2-2-14. I reckon that breeze might have eased off a little bit, Rock Dog. Boundary throwing. Clarkie's there along with Noah Griffin. Get another stoppage. Jason's been interspersed with some brilliance, a lot of stoppages. It has. Another one here, boundary throw in. Watts gets it down to the front of the pack. Tackle, Leopold through the numbers, behind the ball, kick around the corner quickly from Marcus Thompson, back to the top of the square. Where's Mitchie? The ball came out very quickly, flew towards the boundary line, still in play I think, as they chuck it out there. Now it sees it over. Big Ash behind him, and we'll have a boundary throw, so maybe one last chance for the Lions. I think it was Paddy Norton who threw on the boot there out the front of the pack. Ball from the ruck contest. Giants under pressure. Was that legally given away? I don't know. The umpire said play on. Pack the bell, rugby scrum again. And he gets up with it, gives it back to the umpire.
On my computer it's 26 minutes 45 time, but I can tell you it's a couple of minutes out, Jase.
Always a couple of minutes with you, Cash. It's alright. It's 31 on the actual Port Phillip Ferry time clock, which is the one we go with, the standard. Now Hanley wrapped up. He's got the handball free towards the jag, close to the boundary line, working in the phone box. Can't get it out of there. Boundary throw in. About 45 around from the Leopold goal. Can Mitch Patton kick one more before the siren? I think he's going to get him another one. Hit to do the ruck work against Watts. Watts front position. He's a double palm down in front of the pack ball. Ricochet back to the big goal. That is quarter time. Here at Leopold Memorial Park. That is the Lions up. Conceding the first 2 goals of the game, they found themselves 12 points in arrears at the 15-minute mark and get 4 consecutive goals, with 3 of those coming from Mitch Patton. Actually, all 4 goals have come from premiership players. They've only got 2 premiership players out there, Thompson and Patton, and they've picked their 4 majors for the afternoon. We'll go down boundary side to Chris Nichols on the other side of this, but an entertaining first term thanks to Harvey Norman. Harvey Norman, all big ones at the long and first classes. It's quarter time. in today's game, fueled by Abco Cafe 24/7. We've got you. Live, breathe, K-Rock footy.
Don't say anything, alright? It's to do with the connection for some reason.
That's their problem. Like we're sitting in the same level of send every time.
Oh yeah, because it's connected straight in, isn't it?
Yeah, like change the way you send anything. Don't know. There's something wrong. I can turn their level down if they want. Unless he's
That's still the story.
unless he's taking all the
Yeah.
shots from the left side.
Well, that's one of the things.
The mic in the left side. You're not plugged in.
So it was Clarkie's blue.
Yep, up.
It was Clarkie's blue.
Yes. Yeah. He'll sort it out. You did well though, Lawrence. You could secure anything from anybody.
Sand from the arrows. Possibly. Hey, Kirsch. Hello. I said
Thanks, Bryce.
how many chicken meals did Kirsch have? I said 2, I think.
You guys did that all?
Sounds like might have been 3.
Thanks, brother. That was some sort of goal from Marcus Thompson, an early contender for goal of the year and obviously a contender for goal of the day, thanks to Lanny's Tavern, an absolute cracker from the number 3 for Leopold, their skipper this year, and of course after an injury interrupted 2021 season, great to see him back and in form for the Lions early in 2022. Tom King, Jason Doherty, Matt Kershaw and Chris Nichols bringing you all the action as we go around the grounds this afternoon for Leopold Sporties, your complete family venue. Kensington Road in Leopold is where you will find them. One AFL match underway as we speak, and of course that is the battle between Carlton and Hawthorn. The Hawks have just restored some respectability to the score, but it is Carlton 66 leading Hawthorn 35. We're 14 minutes into the third quarter. Richmond secured at a bounce at 3:20, and then the late game just after 6 o'clock is the clash between the Eagles and Fremantle in Perth. In the expert chair this afternoon, Matty Kershaw furiously taking some notes. What have you made, Kirsch, of that opening term of footy that the Giants held sway for much of the first half of the quarter, but then it became a real Leopold dominance?
It certainly did, and sort of different aspects of the ground, as you guys called it, throughout that quarter. There was a lot of stoppages in that game, and I guess the heat's going to be on early, and you expect the game to open up as it goes on this quarter. But you know, there's been some good individual efforts. Burgess has been really good off half back. Started on Moi Moi, which was going to be a really exciting matchup, but then he took himself off him, whether that was manipulated by himself. And I think he had the last 3 out of the last 4 inside 50, so he's been really proactive coming off that half-back flank. Maybe the Breeze now will see a little bit more aggression from him as well. And don't surprise, I know Paul, he's going to kick goal this quarter. Burgess, the way he's coming off that half-back flank. Marcus Thompson, he's been busy, really busy. He's been seen head-to-head as our matchup around the stoppages. He's had several clearances and obviously kicked that goal. Giddings and Thompson down back have been really solid and had some really good proactive positioning down there and coming off their opponents. Jang for West been busy. Hanley's been thereabouts, but the dominance has been Tyler Watts. He's been dominant in the ruck, but I'd like to see the clearances. And I reckon Leopold are actually in front in the clearances, and they're not getting any advantage. Hit-outs to advantage, or they're not getting proactive for their mids. And Leopold are doing really well to get their opponent under the pill and maybe get some more clearance under themselves. So overall, I think, it's a scrappy affair, but Leopold are taking more chances when balls inside their forward 50 at the moment, particularly when balls on ground.
Just Patton showing his class, really.
That's all it is. It is pure class, and he knows where to go, he knows where to get front and centre, he knows when to fly, he knows when he doesn't have to, and he knows when to get his opponent at the back. And he's a very hard player to play on, and we've seen it over the years. But, remember when they had Brandon Howarth down there as well, they were almost formidable too. And
and Wagner as well.
And Wagner, they've done it for years, and I know they're not playing those other boys, but Patton's just a quality player of the GFL, and he's showing today why he's one of the number one small forwards in the last decade, whatever he's been playing.
Absolutely. Patton with 141 goals in 71 games coming in today. He only kicked 8 goals from 5 games last year. He's kicked 3 1/4 to start the season, so he's almost got his half his season tally from last year, a quarter in. If he can get a full 18-game season in, he'll kick 50 plus.
It was well documented last year with Leopold with their injuries, though, wasn't it? Like, they had just such a decimated team. They really didn't get any traction, and they probably didn't have any fluency going in their forward half, so he was probably a bit of a victim of that, I suppose. But today they've shown that they can get the ball in there quick and chaotic, and it's very dangerous, I suppose.
All images provided from today's game, thanks to Marcel Behrens, Sports Media Photography, and of course Geelong Regional Football is the Facebook page you need to go to see photos. You covered off yesterday 3 big games, Inverleigh and Werribee Centrals. He was at Mottawarri and Embassy last night, and also St Joseph's and Colac was here today. So keep an eye out for the best in local football images from Geelong Regional Football and Marcel Behrens Sports Media Photos. Players just making their way into position. Chris Nichols, down to you, boundary side. What did you take away from the coaches? Who did you get a chance to listen to? Second quarter, Papco Cafe 24-7. Here's Jason Doherty.
Watts gets it down in the middle for the Giants. And again, the Lions crack in. Herbert can't get away though from the tackle of a Jang. Will come in for a secondary bounce in the middle. So 4-2-26 Leopold. Giants 2-2-14. Watts and Mayborn. Watts gets it down. Well, by Burgess. Kick was smothered. Watts got a high kick. Up in the air, probably not 15. No mark taken dribble. Comes off the back to Watts again. Mensch shuffled the handball out. Now a Jang on centre wing. Goes inside 50 with a kick. Yeah, that's way too easy. Jackson Collins is able to take the mark and shoot for goal from 45 out directly in front.
Probably the most fluent ball movement we've seen for the game. That one, it was Jang just smart, looked up, lowered his eyes and hit the hit up.
So into the breeze, something into the ground, goes with the right foot kick. It's close, it's there. That's a great start from the Giants, and Jackson Collins kicks his first of the afternoon, and the third for Geelong West. They go to 3-2-20. Trail Leopold 4-2-26 at Cafe 24-7 second quarter scoreboard.
Well, we spoke about it at the break. Midfield dominance, they got the clearance, they got it out to the wing, got it to a Jang into the forward line. It's as easy as footy can be sometimes.
This Nichols down boundary side with his insights into the contest. Watson, Mayborn, that was an awkward landing. He got just sort of awkwardly collared by Watts. I don't know whether Watts did too much wrong there. Just looked like Mayborn with the resultant free kick. Hoists a long inside forward, 50. Where's Giddings? Back with the fight. Brad Wood couldn't complete the mark. Chance for Mora. Handball on the bounce for Dwyer. Dwyer gives it to a Jang on the bounce. The Jang back to Dwyer. Had no room to move out of bounds. Boundary thrown in the left forward pocket. Josh Dwyer, ex-Greater Western Victorian Rebels in the NAB League and up from Port Fairy. Some Brad Shoal comes from Port Fairy, Wind anyway. The ground down there's nice and windy, I can tell you. Oh, beautiful ground too. Yes. Double palms it into the path of David Hanley. Hanley pulls a kick around his shoulder that really just sets himself to mark. Can't complete it. Here comes Collins now for Geelong West. Quick kick forward, wasn't too bad coming from Luke Justin. And it's going to spill though for, might have been Lockie Hanley, but he's lost it. Soccer off the ground came from Williamson, who's always good at the spectacular. He's pulled that out of bounds on the full. And the result, free kick will go to a Jang. A long way from home, right back pocket, Port Arlington Road into the ground. Jang will get the get the Giants out of trouble early in this second quarter. Thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7, we've got you.
Well, Jang, long kick towards half back. They go, Mayborn went up way before acceptances. Watts in the middle, wrapped up by Mayborn. Now Jennings tried to break free. He got wrapped up as well. The umpire will come in and ball it up.
Hanley to Thompson. Changed them forward as well. Wood has gone to Patton.
Mayborn got one high. That's why I said play on. Williams keep it in right in front of the house. Here for APCO Cafe 24/7.
Do you reckon they can play the rest of the game sort of?
That'd be fantastic. Got it right here. Yeah. Perfect. Look at this. Boundary thrown right in front of our eye line. And Mayborn and Watts will do the ruck contest at half forward. Watts gets it down. Coming the other way, Williamson lost the football in the tackle. Bench handball to nobody in particular. A little bit of right. Marcus goes with the outside of the right boot. Inside 50. Falls to the back of the pack. And the kick around the corner came quickly from Dwyer. Out wide. Can they keep it in? They try to, or they feign trying to keep it in, I think, at the end.
I don't think you'd want to keep it in.
No, out of bounds. Boundary throw in right forward pocket for the Lions. 4-2-26 Leopold. The Giants 3-2-20. And we've played 4 minutes in this second term. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock.
We'll go around the grounds for Leopold Sporting. Shortly catch a score from Anarchy and Winchelsea as GWG around the one continues. Tap down by Pete Williams.
Oh, Thompson!
Thompson snap.
He has!
Class! All class from Marcus Thompson. The ruck work of Pitt outstanding. The roving of Williamson elite. And the finish from Thompson sublime. Around the corner, one touch onto the boot. And he finished beautifully, Marcus Thompson, to kick his second and the Lions fifth. They now lead again by 12. They're 5-2-32. The Giants 3-2-20 in this second quarter. Thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7.
I'll tell you what I noticed at that stoppage, a lot of movement from Leopold then, whereas Geelong West were really flat-footed. And as you just called it, Kingy, the handball out to Marcus Thompson was sublime, and that was absolute coach killer. Absolute coach killer goals from stoppages, particularly in your forward 50. Thompson's had.
Hatton with one set shot earlier.
Yeah.
We're back in the middle and trying to barge his way through is Burgess, or rather Herbert, and we'll get another stoppage. We'll toss it into the air for Watts to go at it against Mayborn. Watts brings the palm down nicely, trying to get to a jang. It ricochets back to Watts. He's kicked past his start. A little roll towards his near side wing. Chance for Barnes to throw it onto the boot. Collins coming up, takes a good grab for the Giants. It's a long way from home though, Jackson Collins. Sees something he likes, providing a lead into the pocket, although Dixon came out, read it best. Diving, couldn't take the mark. Sides wrapped up in an absolute bear hug and taken out of bounds by Trent Thompson. And it is a bear hug when Trent Thompson gets you in the right forward pocket and you get a boundary throw. What have you got for us around the grounds?
Winchelsea 2-3-15, Anarchy 1-4-10. Out of Anarchy.
That is thanks to Leopold Sporting, your complete local venue. You can find things from Leopold or Signs winning a tap down, clearly kick came out for Leopold, one of the Herberts. Down some ball attacked by Giddings. He's Nike, hit off by Handleworth. Watch out the side door to Barnes. Barnes under pressure, gets a kick to about 25 out from goal. Signs flies, couldn't complete the mark. Ball at the front of the pack. Middle will clean up here for the Giants. Go to Handball to Nyack. Kicks on his non-preferred left. Sends a kick wide looking for Gribble in a 2-on-1. Couldn't complete the mark as he fell to the ground. Little came again onto the Jang underneath that pack to Jang. And we will get a ball up left forward pocket.
In the back.
There's a free kick. Oh, well seen. Bergeron to the right. It is a push and it'll be a free kick.
Just fell on him at the last bit of the tackle.
That pack. Handballs it off quickly to Noah Gribble. Has to get quickly under pressure from Scott. Goes for the right foot kick. Inside the 10 metre square and then over the back off hands. Rush behind.
Rocking trying to snap.
Long kick in comes Dixon and he's going for a kick for a hole. He's going to go to Giddings as he had Jake Wood beaten cold. Giddings off by trouble for Marcus Herbert. They should be holding the ball. It is David Hanley saying you're going nowhere, Marcus. Back. Vehicle listed start. No provision there. Giddings. I'm sure kick is okay. You might take him there by Leopold. Leopold now comes forward. The southern end. In the second term, the Giants, he drives it long to the top of the goal square. Big pack there, punched away. Collins comes up with a second fist, falls towards Barnes. Jennings gets back there to help out as well.
They can break free. Norton goes with a left foot kick towards centre wing. Giddings put their hands up, couldn't take the mark at the back wire. Kicked it into a large crowd here in front on centre wing, and it's out of bounds on the full. So quickly a free kick. The Lions will bring it back to Herbert. Centre wing, not much to kick to really forward.
Pairs ahead of him.
So he drives it now. He's got a 1-on-1, but really Giddings was a long way behind. And they're able to take it easily. The ball spills free to Hanley, needs some support, didn't get much in the end.
Guess who's there?
Now Scott gets it away, handball, Patton on the up to Ash, he tried to get the handball.
Guess who's there?
Now Patton again, Mitchie turned around the corner, right foot kick, he's missed it this time I think, and through for one behind. He's like Kirsch, 3-3.
You just feel that every time the ball gets in his area, he's going to do something.
5-3-33 the Lions, 3-3-21 the Giants, and 9 left played, second term book for the Berries time clock.
Probably because he has.
Interesting spectator behind the goals with Grovedale coach Daniel Fraser. Of course, Grovedale and the Giants next Saturday on KRF Football from 8 o'clock from West Oval. Our first visit there in GFL times. Haven't been there since Geelong West VFA days here on KRF. The ball gets to half forward for a Jang to run onto it. Spills away towards Lovell. Bang! 2-man tackle. Thompson got him, not before a handball to Kelly. Kelly gave a handball off to Gribble. Gribble with a wonderfully weighted kick to a Jang. Had a few of the fumbles in opportune time. Oh, dumped in a big Dixon tackle. That's an absolute cracker from Jack Dixon. He stopped him in his tracks of Jang, and we'll get a ball up 25, maybe 30 out from goal. A bit of discussion, umpire involved, and actually now free kick to the Lions.
Wow.
I'm not exactly sure what came of that. They're a long way away from
the full.
And now the kick's going to go towards the boundary line. Jake Wood takes a good strong mark. I'm not even Marcus with it. Jake Wood's got it just back at true centre wing as he comes in forward.
He's turned it over.
And nearly a second target. Missed this time. Again, Lockie Hanley made the work, but he's okay with a short kick to Moy Moy. So Moy Moy, right half forward. Goes to the right foot kick. Lead on, no mark taken by Lewis. Off the back Thompson for Leopold, gets it back to the middle, might fall okay too. They can run
Here
free,
we go.
kick inside 50, Mitchie, 1-on-1, getting back there quickly with him is Brad Wood. Mitchie though, works him past it, can he pick it up? Yes he can, they don't argue, got the kick away at the end, but needed some closer support. They've got the numbers back there. Nyack gets the handball out, or under pressure again, they might be back to Mitchie again, gives it away, oh the kicker in the corner, and well, I think Billy Clark was standing in the goal square by himself, or at least in a fair amount of space, but they couldn't get it around the corner and through for one behind. So 5-4-34 Leopold, the Giants 3-3-21.
Brian, I think
Yes,
may
it
have been
was,
a
yeah.
big snap, and as he kick in goes off the hands of Moy Moy and out of bounds. So right now it's just not working for Geelong West.
Skill errors by foot though, Kingy, isn't it? It's their own sort of doing at the minute.
Andrew throwing. Yep, 35 around from the Leopold goal face, attacking the Port Arlington road end. Wants a double palm down to the front of the pack where it's a Herbert. That is Liam sending it out of bounds, and we will get a boundary throw-in. Might have been Norton that snapped that behind, or Paddy Norton did that behind just a short time ago.
Which would actually defend it alright, that first section of it.
Ball back into play, tapped down by Watts again. Middle doing the roving kick, partially smothered. A ricochet back to David Hanley fortuitously. He puts a kick up to Jimmy to half back. Collins used the body on Mayball. Riddle was clean at the front of the pack. Slick handball, and they'll look to attack here. The Giants. The kick though just into space from Angus Codd. Just wanted somebody to run onto it. Will he trying to run it? Will he dribble? He's come from half back and worked really hard. Over in the footy. Jennings was outstanding with the pick up. He goes towards half forward. Williams standing down just the mark against Lockie Hanley. Kick around the corner. It was very nice and got it out towards Norton again. 65 from goal. Terrible kicking towards Patton. He needs some support. Wood against him. They wrap him up inside 50. He attached it. Comes out the back somehow. Ball around the corner. Howard towards the top of the square. No mark taken. Giddings needs some support. Lockie Hanley on hands and knees. He gets it out the back. The Giants have got the numbers at the back though for Watts to get it out further. And Christ diverted. Moy Moy takes the mark. So frantic at the northern end of the ground is the footy at the moment. West probably just need to get the tempo back. Moy Moy will send it past our best seats in the house. He actually might put it on the roof, and he has. He's the first player to falcon the K-Rock commentary box in our GFL tenure.
We saw a couple yesterday. We got one today.
He's hit the bullseye, and Marcus Thompson will take the result free kick. He's a good-looking man, Carl.
He's a good
Right in front of us, focused on the footy. He's ball to play on now. And he'll set it to about 20 metres out from goal. In fact, it'll go further than that. Top of the square, no mark taken. Giddings was there, but they'll clear here through Lovell with a handball. Swept it wide to Ty Evans. Evans of the Giants sends it very, very wide. Looking to a one-on-one contest. No mark taken. Thompson in front for Leopold. Played it very well, though. Handball over the top to Herbert. That's Liam. Brings it in forward, and Billy Clark diving. Couldn't complete the mark. Norton goes in for the Lions. He can't take it away cleanly. Clark came again. Giants have got numbers to clean things up. Frangos, Barnes dribbled to kick it out 8 metres. Picked up now by Burgess. Kick partially smothered, went up the chimney. Lovell went to find it, couldn't find it, then got it to Nyack on a handball on the bounce. Nyack under pressure, just threw it on the boot. Ball's allowed to bounce. Going to fall okay here for the Lions for Justin. Justin's got to be just a little bit cute with the kick. He was too cute in the end. Numbers, dump, good tackle, Jennings. Burgess threw it on the boot, top of the square. Giddings couldn't mark, but back with the flight, well judged. Mark taken back there. The Lions, the Giants, it might be Barnes who's got the footy, Jace. Back to Bradwood.
So Wood, got it out wide, and they get it now. Nyack goes along with the kick towards Lewis, tried to keep Thompson away from him. He needs some support as well. He did pretty well actually to get the ball away in the end. Still needs some support. It comes back, get it in the middle. Handley gives it away by hand. Moy through the middle finds Gribble, who creates some space on centre wing. Now he comes with a short little kick out. Can it sit though? That's the thing. Yeah, it does. Oh, Moy Candy. And he comes back in. Oh, to Collins. He should have taken the mark. He gets a free kick for a hold. Right next to him, he wants to play on, he leads. There's a lead out from full forward, no mark taken up by.
That was more a free.
That was the free, but Jennings gets a clearing kick towards Giddings, who goes up, should have taken the mark. And Paul Frangos under pressure, goes back to Dwyer through centre wing, short little kick might be okay. And they just hold it up, I think that's caught.
So, it's Bolton. Giants Junior, who's most recently been at Newtown, is on the Falcons list. Who's that booty swings. Checks the kick slightly, looking for a marking target. Can't find one from the pack. Evans slung in a Williamson tackle. That forced the kick up the chimney. Little sits underneath it. Worked off it by Marcus Herbert. And Leopold will come again to try and pick up the loose ball. He can't take it away. Numbers just crashing in around the footy. One of those was Marcus Herbert. He couldn't take it away. It's become really scrappy. Now the ball emerges and a chance here for the Lions to get away. Williamson throws it on the boot. A spiral tour buys plenty of territory and pitches. And then skins out of bounds. We'll get a boundary throw in. The old-fashioned kick for touch in rugby league. The old 40-20.
Everyone's looking at that stuff.
Darren Lockyer sort of style.
Robbie Howe and now Darren Lockyer. How's he going? Happy Sunday. Pretty good. If he brings Paul Sierran out, that's it. I'm leaving. I'm going.
Players with hands on launches are just buying some time here, a bit of breath as we've gone nearly 15 minutes on the Portfield Ferry time clock in this second quarter of K-Rock football. Portfield Ferry is making a way to travel down. He's throwing right on 50 as the Lions have to tackle us up.
So Watts big thumb down back towards the boundary line. Might be okay though. A couple of Giants are there, kick around the corner, and that came from Lovell. In there is Luke Justin. Back to throw in right on the centre wing, 5-4-34 the Lions. 3-3-21. Co Cafe 24-7. Second quarter scoreboard.
And you trust Luke Justin?
No, 2 first names.
Never. Symes from the ruck contest. Little kick out of it actually. Goes towards Frangos in the end. Now Ash got a clearing kick across 50. Lions into attack just. Oh, great play at the back. Mora did well. Handball over the top to Symes. The two big guys do it nicely. Goes to the right foot, kick out wide. No mark taken for Watts. Probably should have done a little bit better there. He needs some support. Tries to hassle it across the boundary line. He does in the end. So, probably a pretty good result for 1-on-2 there. Watts leaves it over. Have a throw in.
It's the first player to play at local football level in Geelong with the surname Justin since the great Justin. Justin played in a couple of flags at Thompson.
He may be. The great JJ.
Ball back into play. Mighty ball, money tapped down to Williamson. Then go to handball off. That might be Howard with the right of the kick off. Good stretch over the top by July, taking the mark. Well played. I thought it was time.
All right, here we go.
This is
thank you, Prizer.
descending into fast very quickly. Handley lets half back for the Giants, outer side. Bangs it long towards half forward. No mark taken. They're able to spoil the ball out the back though, the Giants, but on hands and knees, the handball flicked up into the path of Collins. Evans went to go off the ground, had a fresh area, and they'll clear here. It's a well way to kick onto the chest of Giddings, but got really nothing forward. Norton working hard. Little chip over the top, asks a lot there. And his teammate in the lane, it's not that I can hit him out of bounds. There's not much of Nick Lane. About 5'9.5" and will weigh 61 kilos ringing wet. He'll actually ride over the jumps at Warrnambool in about a month from now. We'll go up against Stephen Payton and the lights. We'll have Rick McIntosh screaming his name down the straight at Warrnambool. Trying to pack from Rucko to Maple with Thompson barging his way through, can't release the footy. Umpire just circling and now saying give it to me. True centre wing ball up. 34 plays 21, just the 2 goals kicked in the second quarter, but now for Echo Cafe 24-7. They've gone 17.5.
Symes against Mayborn, centre wing, ruck contest, not to get an effective tap. Riddle's there as well. He ran around without the football. Now coming to ball it up.
I think David Campese just to break the game open on the wing. Gone to Union now.
Yes, very good. Well done. So another ball up. Symes and Mayborn. Symes goes up, gets it down, but Thompson's going to track it back there. Got inside Herbert. Didn't really give a hand up until he got the ball to him. He now goes towards half forward. Big pack there. Nyack coming along the side. Williamson in front of him. Wasn't out of bounds on the full.
It looked out on the full.
It did look out on the full.
Come on,
But the boundary umpire says it will be thrown in.
Brock Williamson was hitting that with speed, wasn't he?
Just getting at the right time there,
Just
front
the wrong
centre, Brock Williamson. Good to keep it in though, so throw in. Symes tries to take it out of the ruck contest, then does shuffle the handball away quickly. Barnes back towards centre wing. Williamson again does nicely kick with the outside of the right boot, inside 50. Oh, great trap Giddings, handball, just hit the target, came out, ball was pretty good in the end, little left foot kick, came around the corner from Michael Case, but he missed it to the near side and through. 4-1 behind. So 5-5-35, Leopold, the Giants 3-3-21.
Impressive footballer, Burgess.
Gee, I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to when Justin gives the ball to Case.
So oh, gee.
No.
Lockie Handley trots off into the left back pocket, sends a kick very wide, looking for a marking option, and Mark will be paid out there. It's Ty Evans who's taking it just inside defensive kick. Evans pulls the kick to Naya. It's got to build like a yacht tacking into the breeze as dark clouds hover to the east. Which is where the weather seems to have been coming. Yeah, it's where the weather's come from most of this. Some of the old Devil's Wind as a surface, as we call it. Collins, a handball off. Pick up the chimney from the quad. That is the old-fashioned straight up and straight down. That's partially smothered. Lane, handball. Burgess involved. He wanted to get it back from Dixon, although Dixon's 360 spin, and he's well weighted kick is okay for Case. 3 centre half back Case. Trying to send it wide for Billy Clark. Clark drops what he should have taken, but time to provide a block for Giddings. Giddings kicks on his left, sends it towards a one-on-one. Patton involved. Good spoil away came from Bradwood. Patton finds it at the front of the pack. He's able to shrug off Moy. Swings around, sees an open goal square, bounces over the head of, looks like Ash, and through for a minor score behind. So Mitchie Patton, by my reckoning, has 3 goals for this afternoon, and the margin is 15. So he actually leads GW Giants 3-4-22 to 3-3-21, and Leopold a 5-6-36. Looking to become the 4th player this weekend to have a greater score than his opposition.
So the Giants,
Could be a weekend stack.
Nyack.
Week.
in the back pocket, takes the mark, goes short to Gribble. Just inside defensive 50. Handball to the way to Nyack, close to the boundary line, off a step. Towards centre wing. Oh! Jennings went up. If you don't mind, no mark taken. In fact, it was Jennings who went up. Oh my goodness gracious. Now needs some support. They get up front. Liam Herbert kick the outside of the right boot back towards half forward. Scott has to sit and wait for it. He might put the tackle on in the end. The ball spills free. Comes back to Thompson. He gets it around the corner. That was I think it was Lane who tried to get the kick around the corner. Now Thompson does. Inside 50.
clever.
Patton at the back.
Uh-oh.
He keeps his feet.
Uh-oh.
He comes towards 20 out. He's a don't argue. He's got the footy. One too many there for Richie. And the Giants will clear through Frangos. Great tackle by Frangos. Still strong and his kick is okay. Across the face of goal to Gribble. Gribble to Wood. Wood low ball to Moy Moy. Moy Moy's got it in front of our best seats in the house. Thanks to our good friends at Upco Cafe 24/7. He goes short to Baxter Minch. Sonny David, former Cat. Minch on the left. Sends it towards half forward, looking for a fly from Watts. Ball came from behind from Justin. Here's a chance now for Watts to pick up the loose footy, kick on the bouncer. Jang, handball in ball. Lovell open goal, loops a handball over the top, and Angus Codd's going to stroll in and kick a much needed one for the Giants. Codd with his first goal in charcoal and orange. And they're back to within 9 points. The Giants hit their fourth of the afternoon. They're 4-3-27. Leopold, a 5-6-36 in the second quarter of K-Rock football. It's gone 23 minutes on the Port Phillip Ferry time clock. Port Phillip Ferries, there's no better way to travel.
Wood Hockey won't be happy with that. That ball come in the air. Defensively, they got it out the back, west, and the rest was history. Go keep that ball in front of you. Can't let it out the back.
Hawks having a crack too against Carlton, 66 playing 49, early stage of the final term. We'll keep you updated with that around the ground. Thanks to Leopold Sporties. And the ball from the ruck contest. Symes tried to worry Thompson out of it. Active helps around it. Thompson's still there. The umpire's found a free kick. Going to come back to the Giants. Hanley's got it. David Hanley right foot kick.
Great
kick.
on. Great
Good
kick.
mark too from Watts. And just made him lean into it, didn't
Absolutely,
he?
that's the spot to put it into. That's where forwards like it. They don't need to be, a foot and a half off the ground.
Tyler Watts. Rockdale said he's done some good work down there while resting out of the ruck. And of course, your previous comment, Kirsch, coming from a bloke who couldn't get a foot and a half off the ground. Tyler Watts.
Yes.
Watts comes in. 35 out. And that's pretty good. The umpire gave it a good look. It came back to the middle and said all clear. So his second of the afternoon. And they go to 5-3-33. And Tyler Watts gets his second of the afternoon. A couple of minutes for the Giants. They're 5-3-33. So 3 points the difference at Co Cafe 24/7. Second quarter K-Rock scoreboard.
Timing forward half has probably been with Leopold this quarter, and they just haven't capitalised on their opportunities. Defensively, they've been good, West, but I reckon the last couple of times it's gone into these in their forward line and they've kicked goals.
It's a flip of the first quarter.
Absolutely it is, yeah. Yep.
Mike Jones tossed it up in the middle. Giddings will do the ruck work against Symes. Symes on the tap easily. Little went through, left the footy behind. David Hanley
Stood up.
the boot. Yes. His kick goes wide. Mayborn. And that was Thomas being touched off the boot, or didn't go 15. Mayborn played the mark. He's walking the two-man tackle Little, and also Chris Kelly. And launching up a little off, almost the square. At right half forward. Mayborn will do the ruck work. Symes flying high on the tap down. Wonderful over the elbow by Burgess. He throws a helicopter kick that fortuitously lands on the chest of serve it. He spins up the but that's a well way to kick the Giddings. Giddings with the footy. Giddings had his kick smothered. Off the ground. Wasn't great there from Jake Wood, and then on the outside of the right boot, Herbert went wide, looking out there for Billy Clark. Clark will not be able to take the footy, but Gribble will for the Giants. He goes across the face of his defensive goal, and Ty Evans is marked between the left hand behind goal post. Pull the play on, trots into the right back pocket. A high ball, right in front of our best seats in the house. Burgess sets himself, big spoil over the top, simply out of bounds. That's good defensive play coming from Jeff Matthews, the Hoppers Crossing product. And Brian Matthews last year, just playing the 3 senior games in his first year at the club, was still eligible for what was the under-19 competition last year, but Gary Hocking showing enough faith in him to see him in the first 2022. Might have a blood rule. Baxter Mitch might be the man coming from the ground. Off comes the headband. Nico, can you see what the blood is? Is it Mitch? I know Herbert's coming off pretty quickly too. Who is it? The blood rule. Silence there from
crochet blanket is.
He might
Had a
be
nod.
he might be in the room for half time already.
Might be.
Rocked up. Badger throw
Go do your job, Nico.
Sibes gets it down to the front. Williamson tried to keep it in. And to take it out, he had 3 Giants around him.
Now, Nico, did you tell him we were playing for the Pickering Young Cup today?
So Badger throw it, left half forward for the Lions. Ball from the ruck contest. Rugby, he's going to get pinged here, I think. William O'Brien. And the Giants are going to be able to go away. Evans, who goes along the line towards centre wing. Lewis can't pick it up. Lewis at the back. In fact, it's Gibson through the middle as well. And ball came out. Matthews wrapped up, not going anywhere. Centre wing. 27.5 play, call for the 30 second quarter time clock. 5:6:36 the Lions. The Giants 5:3:33.
By tosses it into the air. Mayborn bring the ruck working inside. Along the tap from behind. It's going to end up in the hands of Hanley. He sends it along David Hanley. Top of the square. Watts front position with the one hand. Getting a free kick for being held in a one-on-one. And Trent Thompson put his hands to his face. And this is a chance for the Giants, who were really struggling 10-15 minutes ago as they trailed by 15 points, to take the lead going into half-time. Tyler Watts has kicked 2 already as we go back to Chris Nichols. Famous Geelong West name Kelly, of course.
Is Pops Kelly more famous at Geelong West or Eureka and Ramey's, the name? Are you listening, Pops?
There's Watts shot on goal. He's good, and they get around him. So he's got 3 in this opening half, Tyler Watts. And they take back the lead, the Giants. They take it back for the first time since late in that first quarter, I should say. Watts with 3, the Giants with 6, 6-3-39. Leopold, 5-6-36 second quarter. Thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. Who's got you?
Well, I mentioned it before, it's all about efficiency in your forward 50, isn't it? Many times you go in and many scoring shots you get, and they are making the most of it. And might I just add, Thompson's been dominated this game, but Hanley's really stood up the last 10 minutes, and I reckon it's because of him they've got so many opportunities forward.
Pete in the ruck against Cod. Now there is Thompson, gets the handball back. Might go back towards Pete. He shuffled the handball back to Burgess, running off half back. They do nicely. Elaine wrapped up, dropping out. Good tackle. Great work, and they are away to the Giants. They're running. They go through Lovell. He goes inside towards 50. Drive, great play. They run the other way. Jennings goes for the right foot kick inside towards Giddings. He goes up, stretches and takes the mark. Defensive.
Oh, look at Patton on his own.
50. Patton by himself. He's going to kick the goal now.
Now he does. He might as well have a shot from there. With the breeze, and he's a lovely kick of the footy, Connor Giddings.
Yep, he'd want to kick it now.
He's 50 out directly in front. He'll want to kick it. Says
Patton was
Bert.
35 clear.
So,
And straight, Nico.
yeah, aiming towards the right hand goal post. Draw it back, Craig Parry style. He comes in on the siren, and he pushed it out there, and he's missed the green because he's put it through for 1 behind. So they finish the half. Leopold 5-7-37. The Giants 6-3-39 on the APCO Cafe 24/7 K-Rock scoreboard.
Entertaining first half here at Leopold Community Bank Oval. It's the Giants by 2 points. They trailed by 15 with goals to Cod, Watts, and then Watts again as the men from the West back in front. 6-3-39, playing 5-7-37. Plenty to get through at half time. Might go down the boundary side though. Chris Nichols was doing some fair work down there. To go, are you down the ground level? You're just up in the stands at the moment. There you are. Radio silence. He may have headed to the half-time function with Rod Young. He's very, very quiet, is Nico. We'll get him back on the job very, very shortly. And the Giants and the Lions, well, they'll take a break and be back very shortly as well. 2-point Geelong West lead. Next to APCO. Today's game fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7. We've got you. Then Breeze, K-Rock Football. Thanks, Bryza.
What numbers are Patrick?
Here.
1. Well, he knows everybody.
What's happened?
He knows
They're sending
everybody.
audio from the laptop, not from your cans.
What's that mean?
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
What's happening?
I've worked out they're sending audio from the laptop, not from our feed.
Yeah. That's where.
He told me the
Looking up. Good. Sunday. Yeah, you're going to try and wait on the bed with a blanket on. Crochet.
What's this tribe?
Hey. Listening, Helen, text me please with what's happening in Anarchy and what you'll see. But
Well, at the MCG, what's going on is the fourth one is 10-7-67 and they now lead Carlton 10-6-66. So I think the last time it was 9-1-2-3 the last time that we spoke about it. There's 9.5 minutes to go final term, so they are up the Hawks now, and at Marvel, St Kilda 1-6, Richmond at 2-12. Right, early start
Fund Geelong.
Shh! Dad, the footy is on.
Okay, Erin, but I've got to tell everyone that just like a footy team, Wombat Gully Plant Farm are here to go the extra mile. Stick to the plan, have fun, work together, and give it our best shot so your garden can be the greatest garden of all.
Dad, you sound just like a coach.
Oh, thanks, Erin. Now, whose turn is it to do the dishes?
Not me. I'm still on the bench, Dad.
Right. So, see you soon at Wombat Gully Plant Farm.
Channel 1, Townsend Road, Moolap.
St John of God Geelong Hospital has been the leading provider of private maternity services in the Geelong and Barwon region for more than 60 years, bringing thousands of precious babies into the world. Our maternity service provides you with a unique and personalised experience, with your chosen obstetrician caring for you through pregnancy, birth and beyond. Enjoy your stay in our relaxing private rooms with access to a range of services designed especially for you and your baby. To find out more, see sjog.org.au/Geelong Maternity.
If you're sitting on a block of land wondering what to do, now is the time to talk to Metricon, Australia's #1 home builder. Let us add real value to your land with one of our stunning home designs, offering you superb value for money, built by the best local tradespeople and all backed by Metricon's lifetime structural guarantee. Call us today on 1300 Metricon or head to our website. Love where you live. Metricon. Terms and conditions apply. Vic Builders Licence CDBU 52967.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, Abco. Fueled by Abco Cafe 24/7.
Here's a chance now for Watts to pick up the loose footy, kick on the bouncer. Jang, handball import, Lovell open goal, loops a handball over the top, and Angus Codd's going to stroll in and kick a much-needed one for the Giants. He did, and that gave them that momentum to get them back to within 9 points, and then back-to-back goals from Watts has the Giants leading at half-time, 6-3, 39 to 5-7, 37. Different around the grounds. I've just seen this on Twitter. Ash Barty won the Saturday Ladies Tournament at Brookwater Golf Club in Queensland yesterday, playing off a handicap of 2.8. Prize money, $30.
She's a freak, isn't she? How good is that? How good is that? Saturday afternoon playing golf at the club. I love
Good
it.
on her.
And picking up the $30 as well.
Yeah, $30.
And playing off 2.8.
Do you think she'll put it back over the bar?
Yeah.
You'd hope so.
Oh, you would absolutely hope so.
2.8 she's playing off.
2.8. Yeah. It's horrible that somebody can be so talented.
Is that what she's looking at?
Don't know what she'll do. Head-to-head for Geelong Insurance Brokers. More than 39 years in the insurance industry. Don and the team at Geelong Insurance Brokers work with their clients to ensure they have the right cover. Not just the cheapest. Premium Kirsch, Hanley and Thompson. Talk about premium. They are two of the premium midfielders of the competition, and it's been an entertaining battle. It hasn't been a battle as in one-on-one. It's been a battle as in who can assert the most influence on the game.
Yeah, absolutely. They have gone to each other quite a fair bit at the stoppages, but Thompson got, I reckon, up in the first quarter and a half, and then that half of that second quarter, Hanley's the one who probably changed the game with his skills and his execution and his probably clearance work. So he certainly got the momentum back on West side. I guess the ruck dominance is still there as well, so they've got that advantage, West. They've just got to make sure they get more opportunity out of it. Moy and Gribble also stood up that quarter. West hadn't been able to maintain any sort of possession, I reckon, for the whole game. They were sort of getting that one kick, second kick wasn't hitting. They were making some errors by foot, so that's what kept sort of Leopold in the game and the opportunity to keep the ball in their forward half. So they tidied that up a little bit in the second half of that second quarter, and they obviously hit the scoreboard. So if they can maintain possession this quarter, they're obviously going to get themselves into a winning position at three-quarter time. Yeah. Leopold, I guess, need a few more goal sources, don't they? Because, yes, whilst Patton's dangerous, you saw then Frangos started to get, because he's a smart footballer, Frangos. He's played a lot of GFL footy. He starts double teaming up on Patton, and Patton obviously had no influence that quarter to a degree. So they need another source inside forward 50, I think, Leopold.
Good work by you, Kirsch, in the experts chair, and of course looking after the head-to-head for Geelong Insurance Brokers. We'll keep an eye on the Wombat Gully Plant Farm matchups as well. Over 1,500 different species of plant to choose from at Wombat Gully Plant Farm, Townsend Road in Moolap. We'll go around the grounds, AFL style. It's very tight at the MCG.
Hawks just kicked another goal. They were 7 points down. The Blues are in front by a point with 3 minutes and 20 seconds to play. It's 11-8-74 to 11-7-73 at the G. And for Nico, the Saints 4-2-26 lead the Tigers 3 straight 18 with 9.5 to play in the first term at Marvel.
Good work there, Jace, by you, Leopold Sporties, taking us around the grounds. But one of Carlton and Hawthorn's going to be 3-0. What odds could you have got on one of those two being 3-0 at the start of the season?
Plenty.
Yep.
Absolutely. Especially Hawthorn, I think.
Yeah. And we're just trying to track down a score from Anarchy and Winchelsea, which is the GDFL clash out at Demots Road this afternoon to finish round 1.
Can confirm Brad Carlton, no serious damage to his knee.
Thank you for that. All right, we'll follow that up for carrollfootball.com.au during the week with a chat with Reece Prismal. Of course, taken over as standalone coach in 2022. He and Nick Smith sharing the role the last couple of years. Nick stepping down, and a baptism of fire for Reece yesterday after suffering a 90-odd point loss to a team that we think is going to go very deep into the finals in Inverleigh, if not probably win it. As Kirsch
got the live G Fox feed on here. Go on, Kirsch.
So how long left, and what is the score for Leopold Sporties in the Carlton-Hawthorn clash?
2 minute 45 left. 74 Carlton, 73 Hawthorn.
1 point is the difference. Players making their way back into position. That rain that threatened at half-time just seems to have cleared for the moment, and the breeze just seems, just looking at the trees around the ground, slightly favouring the northern end, but
might
not
have sprinkled the mansion, would they? The King Mansion. Probably just sprinkled the grass for him.
Yep, after the wife cut
it. I tell you what, I need Vicky's number, I tell you. How does that work? I'll get Lee and Vicky to talk. And
because she knows how to start the mower and I don't.
Oh, my God. This is getting... We'll be talking about that in the Sporties tonight, I can tell you right now. Gee whiz.
Third quarter about to get underway for Metricon Homes, your local builder for over 21 years. Here's Jace.
So Jake Pitt goes up with a Tyler Watts. They both get a hand to it. Pitt might do some extra work though, and he gets it towards centre half forward with a floater. But the Giants working across half back, Handley. That's Lockie, goes towards Lovell. Great punch away by Matthews. Goes to a Jang handball over the top to Nyack at half back. Needs to be quick, wasn't quick enough. The Lions putting on some pressure there. And Matthews again goes with a deep, long right foot kick. They go up. No mark taken front and centre was okay. The Giants were away. And they got it around the corner. That was a Jang, but I think he's put it out of bounds on the full well and truly. And Marcus Thompson will take the free kick right half forward for the Lions.
Jace tried to go inside here, and all he had to do was kick it. Got caught.
Long ball from Thompson. They'll compete about 20 out from goal. Went through to Giddings. Quick clearing kick out of the pack for the Giants. Will roll towards Moy. Went through his leg, so he had to go back and get it again. Did okay. Knocked forward by Watts after that handball came towards him. But trying to barge his way through, that might be Burgess who's going nowhere. In fact, it's Herbert. Marcus Herbert. And we'll get a ball up. Right half forward. Leopold in attack. This third quarter underway. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock gone about a minute. Williamson now from the stoppage trying to barge his way through. A Janga handball up back to Nyack. Nyack, who's kick partially smothered. Justin's wrapped up in a tackle for Leopold. Going nowhere. Umpire Zarb says, give it to me. I'll toss it up again. Right half forward. And once again, the scrappiness of the first half continues. Score update at the MCG for Leopold Sporties.
Minute played, still a minute. Point the difference. Carlton deep into attack with a minute to play.
We've got a free kick for a Shepherd from the ruck contest, and it's going to go to Pitt, Jace.
So Pitt will take it at half forward, goes towards the lead. Patton who comes out, can't take the mark. Needs some support. They don't argue on a Jang. He pushes him over the Banjo line. And we will have a throw in about 35 around from the Leopold goal. They're 5-7-37. The Giants 6-3-39. As we start this second half. And you throw in. Watts works his way to the front. Gets the ball down to the back. Mayborn. Patton gets it out. Oh, he set a task for Pat Norton, who ran straight into a tackle. The umpire will come in and ball it up.
Wombat Gully Plant Farm. Anything you've picked up matchup-wise that's changed, Kirsch?
Baxter Mensch is going with Thompson. Marcus Thompson. Run with roll, no change down forward. Patton still has Wood, and Moy and Burgess still going head-to-head.
Watts, the tap down. Mayborn actually did the roving. His kick went up the chimney. Out of trouble. Might be Wood throwing it on the boot there for the Giants towards centre half back. Ricochets away from Dixon. Mensch was good. Gribble's handball was at the bootlaces there of Evans. Asked him to do a lot, and so Marcus Thompson's picked up the loose footy. Thompson on the right boot to the left forward pocket coming out. Billy Clark. There's a bit going on off the footy. There's going to be a free kick against Giddings. Might be Dwyer taking the resultant free kick. That's a good kick to Mensch, who stretches and marks. Comes back inboard on his left boot. It's a high kick. It'll float towards centre half forward. Back with the fight Herbert couldn't get near it. That was Liam. And now the clearing kick of Jennings towards the near side wing. Bouncing ball. Jang will be first there. Good tackle brought to ground, but he was able to fire a handball away past our best seats in the house. Jennings comes again, but he can't keep the ball in the field of play, and we'll get a boundary throw in.
There's a torpedo handball then from Jang.
Carlton won by a point at the G. 11-8 to 11-7.
Boundary umpire to toss it back into play right in front of us here at Leopold Community Bank Oval. Tap down Watts, roving David Hanley. Kick smothered and almost taken cleanly in that smother by Williamson. And that's not coming out. And the umpire's going to ping him. Well, that's really harsh,
that is harsh
on Brock Williamson, because the kick went straight into his breadbasket. And he was then tackled as soon as he took possession of it. And he's trying to make the play. That's really harsh. As Hanley
I got that wrong.
sets it up. Collins flies for the Giants. Front of the pack. Kelly couldn't take it off his bootlaces. He tried to boot towards goal. Ball stuck under the pack and holding the ball again, Pay.
That fell into him as well.
And shaking his head, bottom of the pack is, I think it's Matthews, who's far from impressed, and a shot at goal coming, and it's going to be Jackson Collins who emerges with it. This a chance to put the Giants out to an 8-point buffer early in this third quarter, thanks to Metricon, Geelong's local builder for over 21 years. But just a couple of howling errors there by the umpires. I know that we can't really get too hard on them, but they were wrong, and Collins has delivered a goal. So Leopold have reason to feel aggrieved as the margin goes out to 8 points to the good of the Giants. They're 7-3-45. Leopold 5-7-37 in this third quarter of K-Rock football that has gone 5 minutes on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Port Phillip Ferries, there's no better way to travel.
Really not much to review on that one either. It's just a series of events, free kicks from stoppages, and take your opportunities when you get them.
I think... It was right in front of me.
So back to the middle, Pitt. And extended run in the ruck in this at the start of the third term against Watts. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Watts gets it down. Roved by Hanley. Breaks away, right foot kick, long and high towards full forward. Lewis stands there. Thompson, that's a hold, said the umpire. And Trent Thompson has hands on head. Can't believe that was a free kick. And Tanner Lewis will take it 20 out directly in front.
I'll tell you what, you wouldn't want to be a backman these days, though. There's not much you can do, is there?
I got well and truly looked after the forwards. It's pretty hard for the backs, isn't it?
What are you talking about? The backs can't really do much at all. They can't
That's what I mean.
Yeah, they can't. I would have kicked 10,000 goals with these free kicks back in the day.
He can't do anything. Can't defend, can't touch. He was running back into Trent Thompson, wasn't he?
He was fielding for him.
Well, he's kicked the goal, so Tanner Lewis kicks his first. And the 8th for the Giants. And a good start for Geelong West in this third term, kicking with the breeze. Tanner Lewis kicks his first of the afternoon. And the 8th for the Giants, 8-3-51. They lead Leopold 5, 7-37 Metricon third quarter K-Rock scoreboard.
They get the arm around. I get if you're going to hold jumper, arm around, but that one was just sort of body on body into each other.
It's just a contest, isn't it?
Just a contest. You've got to be allowed to defend.
No wonder he was angry.
Yeah.
Poor old Trent. He's done that a few times.
Well.
Yeah, that's right.
So a couple of decisions going the way of Geelong West at the moment, resulting in goals.
Watts and Pitt nullify each other. Ball spills into the path of Hanley and Thompson. Thompson for Leopold. That's Marcus throwing it on the boot towards right half forward. Lockie Hanley will track it towards the boundary line under pressure from Scott. And it's out of bounds. See, Tom Scott said, I'll take the number 8, previously worn by my brother.
Yep.
Playing at Surfers Paradise. Not the worst place in the world to play footy, I wouldn't have thought, in the middle of July.
Baxter Mensch come off, so he's not going step for step for Thompson, and Thompson gets a clearance straight away, but now Mensch is, so there must have been some type of mix-up with that rotation.
Ball back into play. Ethan Little now standing Marcus Thompson. Watts winning the tap down. Ball to the front of the pack. Numbers there for the Lions. Pitt gave
Thompson
it off
again
to Herbert, who gave it to Thompson. That's Marcus kicking it forward after getting it from Herbert. Of course, Liam Herbert. Handball over the top to Thompson, who was able to shimmy on Hanley and then kick towards about 30 out from goal. Bouncing ball, attacked nicely. Running away, Dwyer, I believe it is, kicking it towards Collins. Jennings came from third man up to provide a spoil. Front of the pack. Burgess went to ground. He had the old, he had the speed wobbles up as he tried to get away, and the ball's now under the pack
He looked like
and
a
in the
greyhound
hands of
back last
Symes.
night. Just wobbled.
On the turn.
Symes wrapped up, and we'll get a ball up just slightly forward to the wing outer side.
10th at Wentworth. He was just quite a bit straight on the turn, he did then.
Tapped down Watts, but there's going to be a free kick in the ruck contest to Pitt and the Lions. They desperately need a goal as they trail by 14 points.
So Pitt's going to drive them forward from centre wing.
Nicky touch of free kick there.
High, long kick. They go up. They set themselves Maybaum. Couldn't take the mark. His second effort for the tackle was pretty good. And the ball still in dispute. Norton tried to tap it out. Pack develops again. The umpire will come in and ball it up. And about 45 out from the Lions goal. Ruck contest. Watts stands his ground, tries to tap it down towards Mensch. It comes back to him in the end. Wrapped up was Herbert. On hands and knees, Watts got the kick away somehow. Still in dispute. Now it comes out the back. Lane gets the kick around the corner. It might be okay fortuitously, but you've got to be in front, and that's where Mitch Patton was.
Guess who?
And he's kicked 3 goals for this afternoon, and Mitch Patton will shoot for goal from 30 out directly in front.
I don't reckon they would have too many marks inside their forward 50, Leopold. There would be, a handful maybe at most.
Very St Joey's like in terms of the setup, wasn't
Correct,
it?
yeah, 100% get in there and take your chances at front and centre or ball on the ground.
Patton comes in, right foot kick, gives the goal umpire something to work with, but now puts his 4th on the board, and they needed that, the home side. So Leopold, they've kicked 6, Mitch Patton's kicked 4, Marcus Thompson's kicked 2. It's the Thompson-Patton show here for the Leopold Lions in front of goal, 6-7-43. They trail the Giants. 8-3-51 Metricon, third quarter Carroll scoreboard. Metricon, Geelong's local builder for over 21 years.
I mean, they're getting enough ball inside their forward half, so they need a Giddings or a Maybaum or a Pitt to just start clunking a few and giving, some opportunities at some set shots rather than just that, front and centre ball every time.
Consecutive goals crucial here.
Absolutely.
Umpire to toss it up in the middle for Pitt to go at it against Watts. Watts climbed high, won the tap down. He'll actually do his own roving. That was wrapped up by Pitt. Ball spills out for Burgess to give a handball over the Marcus to give a handball over the top. Moy with some great sidestepping. And then his little kick was okay, and the mark taken here by Codd. Codd on debut for the Giants at GFL senior level with a goal to his name in that second quarter. Kicks on his left boot from about 60 metres out. Sets it up. Where's it? Jang. Oh, big fly! Hamlin Hanger Jennings. Defensive mark. That will be tough to beat for mark of the year. A Hamlin Hanger from Harris Jennings. One to behold. And he gives it off to Lane, who delivers wide. And they get out of trouble as they get the ball to half back. It's in the arms out there of Norton, I believe, or is it O'Brien?
Yeah,
Norton. And we got a free kick for too high, and it's going to go against Giddings, and it'll come back to Lockie Hanley. But that mark of Jennings, Kirsch, talk us through it.
Well, he just set himself up. He read it well. He just went for it, and I'll tell you what, it's a ballsy effort going deep in your defensive line at full back, and what a mark.
Especially with Butter as your coach. Yeah. Goes over the back, the ball comes to Symes. He's wrapped up, good tackle, and so doing it in the air and on the ground. Harris Jennings put a great tackle on. And again, defensively does nicely. And told Jaden Symes all about it too as he got up. He wants to switch the ball quickly to the outer side. They're just holding the play up now. They got the loose man. Lane takes the mark inside 50. Crucial kick now. He chips the ball over the top, and the Lions move it. And they go through Williamson. Handball over the top. Norton under pressure and wrapped up, not going anywhere. How's the umpire going to see it? Did he have? He had a chance.
Well, I'd say because he put the arm up for the don't argue.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
He's probably protecting.
So Barnes has got it, and he goes along with the kick inside 50 again. Symes, should have taken the mark. Harris Jennings at the back might be able to get it away. Can't get the handball out though. Now turn around the corner. Moy left foot kick has missed. 3 for 1 behind. Watch him for 3 behinds today. Moy.
Drop the chest mark.
So the Giants got 8-4-52. They lead Leopold 6-7-43. 11 and a half played. Third turn, Port Phillip Ferry's time clock. Metricon Carrock scoreboard.
Long kick in comes towards half back for the Lions, looking for a mark. No mark there from Pitt. Handball just fired forward by Billy Clark, only as far as Nyack had his kick smothered well there. Might have been Pitt doing the smothering there. And it's going to come towards the boundary line. Well done by Marcus Herbert. Handball back towards Burgess. Burgess at right half back. A Mung floater towards the wing. It'll fall okay for Case. Case loops a handball to Williamson. Finally gets a handle on it to give it to Clark. Where's Patton? Kick is a little bit too wide for him. He'll take it on the first bounce. Snap around the corner. Tight angle. Heard the voice of Giddings, but getting back. Doing some good defensive work to knock it out of bounds. Might be Jake Wood. And he sees it out of play for a boundary throw in left forward pocket. Exciting build up there from the Pold. And no end result in terms of a score, but they do get a stoppage in the left forward pocket. Nearly 13 minutes gone. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock, third quarter. K-Rock football, hope you're enjoying the call. Giddings, Watts winning the palm down for the Giants in front of the pack. That might be Billy Clark who's there trying to barge his way through. He's a big build, Billy Clark. He's a bit more solidly built and a couple of inches taller than the old man.
Yeah, Jai's the same.
Watts gets it down from the ruck contest, and Williamson tracks it towards the boundary line, keeps it in, handball over the top. Liam Herbert back to Williamson, back over the top to Lane, off one step, left foot kick, high towards the goals, punched away over the top of Maybaum and through for a behind. So Leopold 6-8-44, trail the Giants 8-4-52. 13 played in this third term. Metricon third quarter K-Rock scoreboard. Metricon, Geelong's local builder for over 21 years.
Lockie Hanley loves it when there's a lot of behinds kicked, because what he can do is rack up his numbers on the stats tracker. Runs out of his defensive goal square, sends it long looking for Watts. Big fly, couldn't hang on to it. Off the hands of the pack was Herbert. That was Liam trying to get a handball away. Little got involved. Watts lost it in the tackle, then tried to go a little soccer off the ground. It's going to fall fortuitously for Collins. Gave it off by hand. Gribble was good. Neat little kick into the path of Mensch, but coming the other way. Matthews came off his man, knocked it away. Only as far as Evans, who gave it to Gribble, who gave it to Little. Little wants to go back with a handball towards Ajang. Ajang was able to flip it up to Watts. Watts had his kick smothered. It went up the chimney. Tom Scott, a fit of the fumbles, inopportune time for Leopold. Outside of the right boot came from Burgess, but numbers there for the Giants. Nyack. Gribble cutting a sway through a couple of defenders and kicking to half forward.
Goes towards Collins, can't take the mark. Front and centre from Hanley was amazing, but he couldn't get the ball away. Dixon, short little kick for Leopold. Maybaum, he drops the mark on hands and knees. He threw it out. Oh, the umpire was standing right there and didn't see it. And the ball comes out quickly from O'Brien. Goes towards half forward. Still in dispute. Can they? Oh, Frangos did nicely. Showed years of experience. Got it out wide. Evans takes the mark on centre wing.
That was a flick pass.
That was David Campese. Don't worry about that. So Evans goes with a right foot kick towards half forward. Can't quite grab it though. They go caught off a step inside 50, but they've turned it over. Matthews takes the mark.
Across the face of his defensive goal, finds Burgess. Burgess fires a handball to Maybaum, who looks absolutely spent. And he kicks towards half back, and the mark taken by Case. Casey started the game in a headband, but that's been dispensed of.
Might be out there somewhere.
Case driving a kick towards half forward. This is a big ask for Patton. 2-on-1, nearly took the mark. He worked a couple of them off the footy, but Jake Wood and Brad Wood conspire to try and win the footy back, although Scott went off the ground. There's going to be a free kick off the footy. Might be coming back to Patton, is it? No, Tom Scott's going to be the recipient. Not exactly sure what that was for. Nico, did you pick that up?
In danger.
In kicking in danger, is it?
Very unlucky, actually, because he kicked it straight to his teammate.
Tom Scott sees something that he likes on the lead, but no mark taken. Off the hands of the pack. Quick snap. Case has snapped the goal.
Yep.
Classy finish from Case. Margin back to 2.
It's just in time.
Michael Case with the first goal of his short career, and a timely one at that, as the Pole pull the margin back to 2 points. They're 7-8-50. The Giants are 8-4-52 in this third quarter of K-Rock football, thanks to Metricon, Geelong's local builder for over 21 years.
It was about 5 minutes of 50-50 footy, wasn't it, really? Yeah. The 50 defensive, 50 defensive, 50 defensive, and then finally someone got a crack on goal. Cracking goal too. The Leopold faithful loved it out there.
And boys, you just see that a team gets a break and the other team comes back. It's happened all day. No one's been able to put a margin.
Tom King grandstand went off its banana then. That goal.
So back to the middle. Giddings having a run in the ruck against a Jang, who gets it down and does his own roving work and kicks it towards us in the K-Rock commentary box. It's out towards half forward. Gribble spread from the ball nicely. Kick around the corner, left foot towards Lewis Thompson. Takes the mark at half back. Plays on. It's very close to the man on the mark, goes along the line. They go up, no mark taken. At the front, Maybaum did the roving work. It's pretty good towards Clark, can't take it. Punch back, though, towards Frangos. He tries to track it, he can't pick it up. Oh, is that a free kick? The umpire said play on. And a rugby scrum ensures again, just inside the centre square and half forward for the Lions.
It's been an almost day for Billy Clark.
Yeah, he's in the right spots. It's just not dropped for him.
Umpire puts it into the air. Watts protects the drop zone. Maybaum, who looks absolutely stuffed but just keeps finding a way to get to a contest or get involved. It's now become a rugby scrum again, as it has for some parts of the afternoon, trying to barge his way through but going nowhere. Is Norton or is it O'Brien? It's O'Brien. Umpire throws it into the air. Tapped down by Giddings. O'Brien's there. So is it Jang. Ball spills for Marcus Thompson. Held without it by Little. Umpire said play on. Chance now for David Hanley, able to fire a handball away to Watts. Watts jammed it on the boot. It'll roll towards the outer wing. And it's tapped away by Collins very smartly towards Evans, who can give a handball back to Collins. This is a good play by the Giants. Up to Barnes. 70 from goal. Over the top. Sits it up. Oh, late contact from Thompson. On Cod, I think it is, who's copped a clip over the ear and probably
50.
lucky that
Has to be 50.
Well, I don't think the ball had got there, so I think it might be that he just gets the free kick for too high.
Yeah, but he put the ball on the ground.
Rather than it being late. And Angus Cod will get up and have a shot at goal to restore an 8-point buffer for the Giants as we tick into time on in this third quarter of K-Rock football and the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Great build-up on the outer wing from the Giants.
Excellent.
Marcus Thompson was pretty stiffy.
Yeah, Ethan Little had a little piece of him. Might be a 12-point turnaround. Cod's kicked one already for a second. Hits it fairly sweetly and has kicked the goal. He likes it. So there's two for Angus Cod on debut. And they've now got their ninth, the Giants. They're 9-4-58. Leopold, 7-8-50 in this third quarter of K-Rock football, thanks to Metricon, Geelong's local builder for over 21 years in the experts chair. Here's Matty Kershaw.
Well, yep, defensive 50 rebound, and they had the numbers out on that outer side, so the overlap was there, and there was a nice delivery into their forward half. Obviously, Thompson could do no more, but a nice kick from Cod, wasn't it? He went back. He wasn't sure about it either until that last second and then celebrated. But, no, that was good build-up by the West Giants, and that's probably one of their better players for the day.
So back to 8 points the difference. Later stages of this third term.
Richmond 40, St Kilda 38.
Watts back in the ruck, gets it down nicely too. Coming off the wing for Leopold was Howard. And the ball, Williamson tracks it across. Centre wing, does nicely, picks up, gets a good shepherd as well from Case. Gets it back to Maybaum on centre wing, takes the mark. So the big ruckman goes along the line with the kick, leads on. Big pack there at the front, Little. Kept his feet, couldn't pick it up. Herbert's in there as well. Ball spills free, comes towards Howard. Umpire's found a free kick over the shoulder. And Geelong West will take the free kick. It might be David Handley as it'll get up. It's going to come back, I think. And Dwyer, I think it is. We'll take it. So he's at half back for the Giants.
A high ball. Watt sets himself. Big fly came from very deep from over the top from Tanner Lewis, but it's going to come out the back lane, a handball off, and then a high kick from Matthews. Just sets it up and says to Marcus Thompson, do your best, or in fact it was Williamson. I might have been right the first time, in fact, Marcus Thompson. Now trying to barge his way through his Maybaum. Good tackle by Jang, and umpire says, give it to me. So true centre wing in front of a very good crowd here on a Sunday afternoon. Unbelievable. Clubs say they don't make money playing on a Sunday afternoon and refuse to, and here we got this magnificent crowd. Tap down was by Symes.
It's buzzing,
straight
mate,
to Herbert, and the good delivery to O'Brien, or Norton rather, who stretched and marked. He goes looking for Patton in the pocket, kick with a little bit too much carry on it. Defensively played well by the Giants, although the ball's going to spill here for the Lions. Oh, crunch! Going to ground was a Leopold player, but the clearing kick came towards a flying level at half back for the Giants. And we've now got a stoppage at right half back. If you market the game properly, you can play any day of the week and the people will turn up and watch local footy.
They will flock.
They will.
They will.
Sunday afternoon. Build it and they will come.
Correct. There was a massive crowd at Lara last night and it seemed to work.
We don't have to play at 2:10 every Saturday afternoon.
Ball up. Free kick over the shoulder from the after the ruck contest. Moy and Symes in there way too high on Brock Williamson. So he'll take the free kick just forward of centre wing for the Lions. He goes short. Maybaum, yeah, it was a good kick to the half-forward flank. Maybaum was just standing out there by himself. I don't know how he could hide. He's the ruckman.
He's got some class, Williamson, hasn't he?
Yeah. So, Rob Maybaum.
Tough kick.
It's from Montrose, I think, did you say?
Yes, Eastern Footy League.
Eastern Footy League, so decent. I think Gary Ayres is coaching them this year.
First goal in GFL footy.
It's coming in. Right foot kick. 45 out. Looks pretty good off the boot. Oh, just missed it.
Spoiled the day.
It was
no sense of theatre.
Pretty close.
None.
So they go to 7-9-51 now, Leopold. Giants 9-4-58. And that's the Metricon third quarter K-Rock scoreboard. We played 22 and a half in this third term Port Phillip Ferries time clock.
Conan is coaching Montrose.
Yeah, well played. Lockie Hanley short into the left back pocket as they just look to tack out of trouble. Here's Hanley getting it back. Kicks towards the wing. Great effort by Dixon. He'll win a free kick, in fact, for too high, but he might have actually completed the mark. Nothing will beat Harris Jennings for the Hamlin Hanger today or this year. Quickly gives a handball off to Burgess. It's a high ball for Leopold inside forward 50 and stretching and taking a really good mark. Is that Dwyer?
Yeah.
And he goes across the face of goal to Symes and they can open them up. Right half back. Chance now for the Giants. It might be Evans throwing it on the boot. Long, high ball towards centre half forward. Jennings back with the flight. The ball pitches and bounces and he palms it down, looking for a teammate to help him out, and it's Dixon who gives it back by hand. Well played by Jennings. Thought his way through that beautifully.
Slingshot rebound.
Slingshot rebound, exactly. Gets it out to Ash, who goes further afield. Norton on centre wing, goes with a right foot kick, long towards half forward. Punched away behind. Defensively, the Giants do very nicely. And
I think Giants down.
Yeah, he was doing the punching of the ball too as he came down. I think that was
Jake Wood.
Yeah, Jake Wood it was.
That's
yeah,
a good example of where they're missing that secondary target.
Yeah.
Because Mitch Patton was the 1-on-3 option then, you know what I mean? There's no...
Well, if that's the case, why are you not then looking elsewhere?
That's right, exactly. Or where's Pitt? Why isn't he influencing?
Well, there he is. He's in the ruck contest. He got it down the front. He did some work there. Now the ball comes out. Evans got the handball away. Go along the line, the Giants towards centre wing. Oh, Dixon, if you don't mind. One hand, Hamlin Hanger, if you don't mind, in the middle. It does nicely to get it inside. They're just holding it up. Very nice. Herbert, Liam. He's got it. And there is one player behind him. So everybody in front of him there now. Pretty congested at half forward. He just kicks the ball long and high, hoping for something. Out the back. They've got the numbers, the Lions, if they can get the ball out, but they can't pick it up at the source. And the Giants go the other way. Can clear back to the middle. Dangerous kick, under pressure, handball. So the Lions working overtime to try and push it back in. They get it. Herbert gets it out. Maybaum did nicely, the big ruck, but inside 50. Patton goes from behind this time, can't take the mark. And they just settle the play down, and they go from Brad Wood.
Wood finds David Hanley at right half-back. The last contest that Hanley was involved in where he won the footy at right half-back, he just wanted it more than anybody else around him.
Yeah. He is lifted enormously.
Hanley, Falcons premiership player in 2017. A high kick to the wing. Oh, back with the flight. Matthews didn't go with any great conviction and then dropped the mark. And just was able to knock it to a teammate who gave a handball to Thompson, who gave too much of a handball to Jennings, who had to go back and retreat the situation under pressure from Moy Moy. A handball back to Thompson on the bounce. Here's Jennings weaving his way through traffic. He's handball a little bit too much on it. And there's a Lion down who, in jumping for the handball, has landed a little bit awkward. Just forward of the wing, out of sight. He's just come up a little bit lame there for St John of God, your emergency specialist, Brock Williamson, but got a boundary thrown for Symes and Maybaum to compete.
So he goes at it now, Williamson, straight through the middle. Ash is there as well. Can they pick it up? That's the thing. Yes, he can. Williamson barges his way through. He gets wrapped up, though. Can't go any further than the centre of the ground. Big pack around it. Campese scrum. They let it go. Ball spills free. Out the side, Thompson picks it up. Left foot kick around the corner. Inside 50. Who's it going to sit for? Pitt gets the handball out. Symes, little shuffle the handball. Moira gets it around the side. And the Giants working overtime. They do nicely. Little gets it out so wide, but Dixon chops it off and takes another one-hander at right half forward. Jack Dixon. And we'll set it up for the Lions again. He comes back inside into the middle of the ground. And they can run free now. Left foot kick came quickly from Luke Justin. Goes long towards the top of the square. Falls to the front of the pack. As the siren sounds, the umpire has called full time before anything else can happen. Very lucky indeed.
Oh, that was a free kick.
Yeah, I was going to say, Patton caught one high there, Nico, didn't he?
Oh, mate. I paid it worse than that today. That was a free kick.
Leopold 7-9-51 at three-quarter time. They trail the Giants 9-4-58.
Set for a cracking final term here at Leopold Memorial Park. We'll get Chris Nichols near the huddles and maybe speaking with either Gary Hocking or Greg Mellor coming out of those huddles.
Greg.
Well, actually, are you down there, Nico?
No, I haven't got him. I'll get him after.
All right, we'll get him after a three-quarter time break. We'll be back very shortly, that third quarter, thanks to Metricon, Geelong's local builder for over 21 years. A 7-point Giants lead here at Leopold Community Bank Oval. It's Sunday afternoon football. Thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. We've got you. Live, breathe, K-Rock footy.
K-Rock is home of the hits. From the 80s hits you loved then to the hits you're loving today.
I'm begging you.
K-Rock.
Put your loving hand out, baby.
And a few others in between.
Getting back together.
K-Rock 955, Geelong's home of the hits.
Cook with the world's best brands at Harvey Norman and receive bonus gift cards on selected cooking appliances valued over $299. Building, renovating, or just updating the heart of your home, shop the very latest technology from the world's best cooking brands like Electrolux, Miele, AEG and Neff, Smeg, Fisher and Paykel, Bosch and Westinghouse. Our range also features Ariston and Falcon, Belling and Ilvy, Euromade and Glemgas. Create your dream kitchen now and receive bonus gift cards on selected cooking appliances. Limited time at Harvey Norman. Easy parking at two great locations, Corio and Warren Ponds.
Hi, I'm Patrick Dangerfield. When you're on the highway to the danger zone, make sure it's in a Rex Gorell new or used car. Rex Gorell just can't be beaten. They top the ladder when it comes to range, service, value and quality. So you'll only get the best when you buy your car from Rex Gorell. Family owned and committed to Geelong. Do what I've done. Join the winning team at Rex Gorell.
Rex Gorell, Fyan Street and Latrobe Terrace, Geelong. Visit rexgorell.com.au. LMCTs 1308 8349.
At home, on the work site, in the office, there are some big cleaning problems you just don't want to deal with.
Don't panic. Call Steamatic.
Steamatic has real solutions to your cleaning problems. Graffiti removal, kitchen canopy cleaning, blasting services or the big industrial jobs, they're equipped to handle it all. Steamatic, a standout job every time and on standby when you need them most.
Don't panic. Call Steamatic.
Essington Street, Grovedale. Visit steamaticgeelong.com.au.
Summer is here at Leopold Sportsman's Club. Play barefoot bowls Sunday through to Friday, where anyone of any age can enjoy a game. The new outdoor deck with kids' playground is open too, overlooking the bowling green. It's the perfect spot for a drink and a meal in the sun. Wednesday is $17 Palmy Night, with your choice of 5 Palmy varieties. There's great lunch specials Monday to Saturday, and the sports bar is fully open. LeopoldSporties.com, your complete family venue.
If you're sitting on a block of land wondering what to do, now is the time to talk to Metricon, Australia's #1 home builder. Let us add real value to your land with one of our stunning home designs, offering you superb value for money, built by the best local tradespeople and all backed by Metricon's lifetime structural guarantee. Call us today on 1300 Metricon or head to our website. Love where you live. Metricon. Terms and conditions apply. Vic Builders Licence CDBU 52967.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
Kicks on his left boot from about 60 metres out. Sets it up. Where's it? Jang. Oh, big fly! Hamlin Hanger Jennings. Defensive mark. That will be tough to beat for Mark of the Year. A Hamlin Hanger. Just back here at Leopold Memorial Park. Leopold 7-9-51. The Giants 9-4-58. Tyler Watts is just away from the Geelong West group. He's on the phone at the moment, so I hope everything's okay with the Watts family. But just looking at him at the moment, there's a real concern. Look on his face as he's taking this phone call. Nico, you might be able to find out what's going on there. Maybe have a chat to Greg Mellor out of the huddle. But we're set up for a cracking final term. 7 points the margin. Leopold will kick with the aid of a Well, it's swirling the breeze to that end, but it goes between being fairly stiff to not much at all, Kirsch, and they won't be reliant on it, but they probably have the slight advantage in that regard.
Yeah, they probably do, but we've seen it throughout the game so far that you can score to the right of the screen or the right of the your dial. So that you can kick goals if you're willing to work hard enough into that breeze. Where will the game be won, Kingy? And I reckon that Leopold obviously been so wasteful going forward, particularly inside their forward 50. We mentioned how predictable they are. And like you said, they've just got to lower their eyes going in their forward half. Then there's other options there. Use the easy hit up. If you see a target, hit it, and then they get their opportunity to go into goal. I'd swing Jennings forward if I was coaching right now.
Do you roll the dice?
Have to.
Yeah.
You got to win the game of footy.
Yep.
You're 7 points down. You need a marking target down there. I'd be saying get it in there quick to Jennings.
Because you can send Giddings back.
You could. Yeah, absolutely you could. He's not taking a mark down forward. Put him back behind the ball and get Jennings, whose hands, as we know, are working pretty well.
Now, our images are provided by, of course, Sports Media Photos. Marcel Behrens. Check out Geelong Regional Football on Facebook. He's flicking through his camera roll at the moment, and I wonder if he's flicking to see whether he got the mark by Harris Jennings, and he's given me the thumbs up. Ooh. And if he'll have it front on too, it will look spectacular. So keep an eye on that for the socials. Facebook, Geelong Regional Football, and of course we'll publicise it through krockfootball.com.au.
I've just got Greg down here right now. Greg, Tyler watched this on the phone there at three-quarter time. Everything okay?
Yeah, no, he's fine.
Good. That's good. Thank you, mate. And now,
he's getting his quaddie on.
You've worked your way to the lead now.
Yep.
What have you got to do to hold on to this lead? Because it's been such a topsy-turvy game.
Yeah, it's been, obviously the contest is where it's at, and at different stages, different sides have got on top of the contest. Their mids are sort of sitting midfield sitting at the back of the contest and coming through. They're trying to play a bit of chaos ball going forward. We feel like we're on top in the ruck, and so we've got to try and make use of that. When we have got on top and got clearances from there, we're able to get the ball forward, and essentially whoever's playing in their forward halves is kicking the goals.
Thanks, mate. All the best for the last quarter.
No worries.
Greg Mellor there speaking with Chris Nichols as Leopold now disperse from their huddle. West have been in position for about a minute in that time we've been speaking with Greg Mellor. Gold Coast Suns 7-9-51 lead Geelong Falcons 5-12-42 at Craigieburn in the third quarter, a minute 45 to play thanks to Leopold Sporties. NAB League Boys round one, so we're out of the girls season. Unfortunately, the Falcons girls beaten yesterday in their semi-final by Dandenong, and the boys season, a 13-game season they'll play. Kirsch will be hoping to qualify as many of his kids as he possibly can to win an under-18 flag.
My aim is to see all of them play Falcons footy and senior footy at St Joseph's. So that's my aim as a coach.
So great crowd here on a Sunday afternoon, and I hope you're enjoying the call wherever you're listening through krock.com.au or KROC 955 across Geelong and the Surf Coast. 7-9-51 Leopold, the Giants 9-4-58. And don't have the records handy, but you might have to go back a little while for the last time West actually won at Leopold. Of course, Leopold have spent a fair bit of the last decade in the upper reaches of the ladder. West have spent them in the lower reaches. West did win their one-off meeting last year. Very tight game, 3 points, but that was at West Oval. This afternoon we'll be hoping for West, for them, to start the season 1-0 and ahead of a big one against Grovedale next Saturday afternoon. We'll be all over that on K-Rock Footy.
Disappointingly, Jennings didn't go forward.
APCO Cafe 24/7 final quarter. Here's Jace.
Watts takes the phone out and gets the ruck contest down for the first time, so good work by him. Oh, boy, gee whiz, that was indiscriminate in the end. They both crashed out right at the contest, and they're both still down, so we'll keep an eye on that. Injury update for St John of God. The ball so far back now through Giddings, who goes towards half-forward Maybaum, over the back Clark, coming out at the pit as well. He's wrapped up by Moira, not going anywhere. The umpire will come in and ball it up.
It was Dixon for Leopold, and it's Moi.
Yeah.
And Dixon actually, when they were on the haunches, Dixon turned and said, mate, are you okay? It was really good sportsmanship from Dixon. Then he gave him a pat, but he's up on his feet for St John of God.
All accidental.
Watts gets it down. Thompson, though, gets the kick. Up the chimney goes. Comes out the side to Evans. Handball underneath. Thompson tracks it towards the boundary line. Watts sees him and the ball over the line. And we will have a boundary thrown. About 55 around from the Leopold goal.
Moi all right, Nico. Looks like he's moving around a little bit more freely than what he was about 30 seconds ago.
That's right, mate, now. He's fine.
Well, they caught one in the nether regions by the look.
Yes. St John of God. Injury updates. Your emergency specialist now open 24/7. Boundary throw in. Doing the ruck work. Giddings got rid of Watts, but wasn't able to take the ball cleanly. Here's Evans just scrubbering a kick towards Moi. Harassed out of it. No, giving away a free kick was Matthews, and Moi's got it at right half back. Philip Moi picked up the 3 Matheson medal votes when these two teams met last year. He went laterally to Watts, who had a fit of the fumbles. Time to recover. Gave a handball to Evans, who had his handball deflected by Williamson. That's out of bounds. As
Messi.
Watts and Giddings it is. It's like two teams who are just unsure of themselves at the moment.
They are.
Nobody wants to take the game on for fear of making a mistake.
Yep. It's a low efficiency game, isn't it? By foot and by hand.
Giddings will do the ruck work for Leopold. Watts from the front grabbed it out of the ruck, just handball to the front of the pack, missed Hanley, and seeing it out of bounds is Herbert. That's Liam Herbert. And we'll get a boundary throw in. So another L. Herbert in the competition, of course. We had Louis with South Barwon for a couple of years. I think he's now playing down in the Western District. Ball back into play. Tapped down by Watts into the path that Little couldn't take it, but Evans was clean. Jammed it on the boot. It's a tumbling punt, but that's well marked going back with the flight by Mitch Burgess for the Leopold.
So Burgess at centre-half back goes wide. Liam Herbert. Spread from the ball. Got in front of Moi Moi. Takes the mark. Gives him half a lead up the ground. He goes back, though, to Thompson. Just holds it up at half back. Jackson Collins.
4th possession already, Thompson, this quarter.
He goes further. Dixon. So they're gone out the open side. Thompson takes a bounce, runs away, centre wing, comes towards half
Great
forward.
kick.
Maybaum takes the mark. Plays on quickly now. Goes with a long right foot kick. High over the back is Williamson. Won't sit for him, though. Dwyer, happy to see it over the line in the end. We'll have a boundary throw in. Not happy with that, Kirsch?
Nah, there's getting it in quick and there's just kicking it to
Bombing
no
away,
advantage whatsoever, yeah. Like, just take your time, bit of tempo footy. Yeah, you can even work the arc a little bit. He's 45, 50 outs. Work the arc. Use another hit up until something does open up. It's just a wasteful opportunity again going inside your 40-50.
Boundary throw in Maybaum and Watts. Ball's on the deck here now. Getting a quick snap away is Burgess. It's a high ball. 25 out from goal. They'll compete. Patton put a bump on. Well, good pick up there by Dwyer, and they'll clear now. Evans a handball. Retreat taken in space. He gives a handball off to Moi Moi. He's at right half back with a bounce now. Might be the first bounce of the afternoon. And now he sends a kick forward. Long, looking for a mark. Symes has taken it in front of Jennings. Was able to find free space. To be lucky not to give away 50. Has given away 50, Jennings. He held on to him, and I'm not sure exactly why. He's just got to stand on the mark, and he's going to be marched all the way to the line, Symes, and that might prove to be a pivotal moment in this contest.
You could just see then the waste of Leopold going forward then, as Kirst mentioned, and Giants doing it beautifully here.
Symes, other end. Gee, just kicked it over the man on the mark
Yes,
on the
he
goal line, Jaden Symes. But all's well that ends well. He kicks the first goal of the afternoon for him and the first of the final term, and that puts the Giants out by 13 points. They go to 10-4-64. Leopold inaccurate at 7-9-51 in this final term. Thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. Matt Kershaw, we've got you.
Well, look, it was pretty good play defensively on their back half, exiting there in the rebound, but it was the first time I reckon they've had a few chains by hand and by foot that actually hit targets, and obviously when you do that, it's a lot easier to score. On the other end, we mentioned it, Jace, it was that entry into their forward half again. Look, it's 7-9 inaccurate, but I'd like to see how many balls of those points were opportunities to kick a goal.
Back to the middle, Watts. Giddings gets it down, Giddings. Roved in the middle, Mensch wrapped up. Oh, geez, he's thrown around 3, 4, 7 times.
There's that pirouette again. So
pirouette there.
You mentioned it yesterday, Kingy. It's only the one turn and that's holding the ball, but we seem to have gone away from that locally.
65 out. Thompson goes long. Clark at the back. Tried to use the body. Ball went over the back, and Evans tracked it towards the boundary line. Saw it over for a boundary throw in.
I'm a bit more confused after today about the holding the ball.
I don't think you're alone, Matthew.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think you're Robinson Crusoe.
We'll get a boundary throw in the left board pocket. Port Arlington Road into the ground. Leopold are attacking but trailing by 13.
All interpretation, mate. That's what it is.
Thank you, Chris Nichols, boundary side. Tapped down by Watts. And involved was a Jang. Now a chance for Leopold for Marcus Herbert. He's slung in the tackle out of bounds. Boundary throw in. Still in this left forward pocket, not far from our best seats in the house, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. Big triple header of K-Rock football next weekend. 6 o'clock Friday, the Cats and the Lions. 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon, it's Grovedale and West at West. And Sunday, the Pride Cup, Newtown and Leopold at Newtown.
The ball from the ruck contest, out the back for the Giants. They've got to be careful. Thompson tries to track it as well for Leopold. Giants have the numbers at the side of the pack. Off a step, Lovell, right in the back pocket, goes towards Collins, who has to go up against 3. Oh, did well, hurt himself as he came down. Was that a high tackle? The umpire said yes. Collins still down.
Landed on his coccyx.
Yeah, winded himself, I think, too. So the ball is with Luke Justin, 55 out from goal. And he wants to play on. He gives himself half a show here with the left. Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
That's the inside-out torpedo punt, which goes to the square, goes to the front of Jang, handballs it away. Oh, Watts with a don't argue. You're in trouble there.
Now
And that's holding the ball, and it is.
All right, we got that one right.
We got that one right.
And so did the umpire, because the moment you put the arm up,
correct,
and you want to take on the tackler, and you can't release the footy, you're done.
Yeah.
And I don't reckon Mitch Patton laid that tackle.
No, he didn't. He was secondary, wasn't he?
He was in with support. He was in with support, but he ends up with a footy and will kick from 20 metres out and kicks the goal. So his 5th of the afternoon, Mitch Patton.
He's into the ruckman, and the ruckman just laughs.
And the 8th for Leopold. They go to 8-9-57 and closing the gap again, 10-4-64. The Geelong West Giants and Emmanuel Ajang and Rob Maybaum
just
exchanging phone numbers and convivials as well.
I know those aren't watching the live stream, but Leopold was set up really well behind the ball then, and they had a few exits there, West Giants. West Giants.
There you go.
Old school. Yeah, fine. I did it twice last year, I reckon, too.
Yeah.
And they set up really well behind the ball and repeat entries again.
With a pretty poor set shot that came off, dropping short.
Do you know what? Geelong West defended it by punching it back into the corridor.
Yes.
Umpire tosses back up in the middle. Watts to go at it in the middle against Giddings doing the ruck work this time. Scott coming through, couldn't take it. Now a handball forward from Scott, but it's missed its target, and Gribble with a little bit of class. It was great skill, and he finds Lovell. Lovell wants to just go laterally with the kick. Well weighted and diving and marking. Is that down low? Is that Owen taking the footy? Far side, or is it Codd? It's Codd with his left boot now, kicking to the pocket for Kelly. Good spoil by Thompson Trent of Leopold. Turnover's going to end up with Leopold. Case, long ball after receiving it from Tom Scott. Ball pitches and bounces, and Maybaum just knocks it forward 15 metres into the path of Patton, who with the 2-on-1's happy to see it out of bounds, and Leopold have done well to get the footy to right half forward. Around the grounds for Leopold Sporties, Geelong 49, Gold Coast 63 in the NAB League, so the Falcons with a little bit of work to do early in the last quarter at Craigieburn. Unbelievable there. The Geelong Falcons, and they're playing a home game at Craigieburn, which is about 120 k's away.
Well, they have one in Geelong, don't they, for the year?
Yeah, it's a disgrace. Boundary throw in. Watts tapping it down to himself, doing his own roving and then snapping a ball to half forward. Here's Thompson throwing it on the boot. Rolling ball. Chance for Lovell. Slung in the tackle. Got a handball away. Bounces into the path of Lane of Leopold. He swings onto his left boot. Wants the corridor. Too much on the kick, but in the end, Evans dropped what he should have taken. Well played by Billy Clark. It's finally worked for him. Handball back. And the kick wide for Case. Can't mark. Frangos so overcommitted to the contest. Good work, though, by Dwyer to provide some heat. Norton, now Jennings on the left, over the head of Maybaum, front of the pack, numbers Bradley Wood, over the top, Jake Wood, left the footy behind. Jennings, can he take the footy? No. Patton, wrapped up, got a handball away, only far back as Dwyer for the Giants. It's happening in the left forward pocket for Leopold. Jennings, did he keep it alive? No. Tried to show it to the boundary umpire that he had it still in play, but in the end, boundary umpire was awake to it, and he'll say, give it to me, I'll throw it back into play. Entertaining game this. 9 minutes gone, last quarter, margin 7 to the good of the Giants.
Boundary throwing, Symes in front, gets it down. Lovell gives it away by hand. Mensch, handball. Nyack over the top. They'll have to be quick. They shuffle it out. Mensch again, gives it away. Hanley gave it to Matt Kershaw in the expert's chair. Nearly got a possession.
Well, he actually didn't get it to Kershaw. If he had have hit Kershaw, we would have given him an effective disposal. But he just put it at Kershaw's. He put it at Kershaw's bootlaces, and Kershaw's hamstrings are screaming right now.
Speaking of hamstrings,
we've got one. Or hamstring, yeah.
I'm sure Rock Dog will keep us up with that. Going injury updates thanks to St John of God. Now from the ruck contest, Williamson wrapped up at half-back, not going anywhere. In fact, over the shoulder, said the umpire. So he's going to take a free kick.
No, it's cramp, mate.
Just a big cramp. So Handley will take the free kick.
Have to ask any cramp.
So Handley now short. Goes to Lockie. So Lachlan Handley right in front of our best seats in the house, thanks to Apco Cafe 24/7. He wheels around on that left and goes towards centre wing. Thompson sets himself, the big fella. Puts the hands up, drags it down takes the mark, plays on, drills it back in, just over the head of bench. It was a good kick for distance. They're just settling the play down now, Leopold. Back into the centre square, long kick, left foot towards centre half forward. Couple of players there for the Lions. Oh, knocked off by Burgess, does nicely, tries to get around on the right foot. Did he drop the footy? Yes, he did. And it's going to be a free kick at Handley. Well, scrubber kick. Oh, in trouble. Ball spills free. Not Lions with it up. Hold, said the umpire. And Leopold are going to take a free kick.
Billy Clark.
Billy Clark.
I've said it all day. They've been poor by Foot West or Giants, and it's cost them again.
Oh, that was just dangerous, wasn't it? Oh. So, Billy Clark, who's had a bit of the footy, hasn't quite worked for him, as we've said, but
he's been a millimetre off.
Just there, but this, he's gone early too. Yeah. There was a good kick and put it straight through the middle, Billy Clark, for his first of the ninth for Leopold. They go to 9-9-63. Margin of point now, 10-4-64, the Geelong West Giants. APCO Cafe, 24/7. Final quarter, K-Rock scoreboard.
Get around him, his first goal in GFL football. Love to see it.
I'll just say then that Giants only had 17 players on the ground there for a short time, about 40 seconds. When they came off with cramp, no one went on.
Yeah, just the little things. Nico can come back in close games to haunt you if you don't get them right.
Well, I've got to say that the Giants players look tired compared to the Leopold players right now.
Yeah, I can tell you another thing, it's dropped a few degrees.
Yeah. Yeah, that wind, it's like that breeze has just swung around slightly.
I know, mate. I can't wait for the jacket.
Symes and Giddings in the middle. Chance here to burst away Williamson, but he can't. He runs into a two-man tackle, can't release a handball. Dumped by Hanley and Little. And we will get a ball up just forward of the centre circle. Actually, might still be in the centre circle in the middle of Leopold Community Bank Oval. 1 point West lead. Final quarter. Hope you're enjoying it on K-Rock Football as much as we are bringing it to you. Symes climbed high to win the tap down. Rolling ball that Symes will follow up and hack out of mid-air. Rolling towards half forward, but Lane was clean for the Lions. Got a handball up, tried to hit Thompson, but missed him. Justin came in to provide a bump. Mensch will track it for the Giants. Handball back to Codd. Codd on his left boot into the pocket, looking for a mark. Moy from behind over Dixon. Couldn't complete the mark. Umpire said play on. Knocked away. Might have been Herbert. Getting a clearing kick away. Tom Scott front position. David Hanley from behind. Couldn't complete the mark. Ball hits the deck. Knocked towards Clark. Another fumble from him this afternoon. Socket off the ground for the Lions towards centre half forward. Brad Wood first back there. Got away from Patton, but not away. Oh, gee, caught one. And Patton caught one as well. They're going down like you would not believe. Dwyer got Patton. I reckon Case got Bradley Wood. Brad Wood is still on his haunches in front of us for St John of God.
Bit going on there.
Brad Wood is just taking some time to get the air in the lungs, and Mitch Patton has the footy with a chance either to tie the game, and he's telling the umpire to get Brad Wood out of the protected area.
Brad Wood can't breathe at the moment to get into the area. Now, this trainer's got to be careful here.
I think if you're tending to a player medically, you're not an issue. 52 metres out. Patton sets it up. He's pulled it to the left. Has he pulled it too far? No, just snuck it in from behind. And we are locked up at 64 apiece.
Oh, we've got the close one here, Jason Doherty.
9-10-64 Leopold. The Giants 10-4-64. Final term, APCO Cafe 24/7 scoreboard. A hard stopper to start the season here.
It's just got a bit dark.
Leopold, it has got very dark. Of course, we've lost daylight saving too.
Dwyer into the pocket. Nyack takes the mark. Right into the back pocket. And the Lions working across. Over the top, Gribble by hand. Evans off a step towards centre wing. Thompson works his way to the front again against Codd. Does nicely. Had a good game today, Trent Thompson. And it will be a boundary throw-in.
He's been solid, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been solid.
Yep.
Works his way to the front a lot, doesn't he? Gets his way there.
Really good proactive positioning he does.
So Symes up against Giddings in the ruck. Giddings in front. Symes tries to thump it away. Lane can't take it with him. Neither can Ajang. Now Ash gives it away by hand. Under pressure. Ball. Symes is there as well. Little does nicely. Little kick out. And they've got the numbers. Moy picks it up. Can he get around? Yes, he can. Gives it away to David Handley. Tumbling punt. And stopped. And Giddings takes the mark. In fact, it's Jennings who takes the mark at half back and just settles the play down.
Crowd want 50.
He wants to get around. Bit of candy, does nicely. Now we go towards Giddings, who's got Symes right next to him. They go up, one-handed. Not going to take it there. Gribble off the back and just picks it up. Kick around the corner, falls into the arms of his teammate there in Little, but they see it over the boundary line, and we'll have another boundary throw. 15 and a half played. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock final term. It's all square here. 9-10-64 Leopold. The Giants 10-4-64.
Ball back into play. Giddings and Symes again. Symes winning the fist down into the path of Ajang, confronted by Ash, but got away from him a little bit too easily. And then Ajang drives it long, looking for a marking option. Front position, is there a mark there? Should be a mark paid to Leopold, shouldn't it? First hands on the footy, you would have thought. And there's a Leopold player who should feel very aggrieved that he hasn't been paid a mark at the front of the pack there in Jennings.
Who else?
Been outstanding this afternoon. We've got the Steamatic Standout to award, plus the $100 voucher for the Leopold Sporties Best Player of the Day. What's in the ruck? There's going to be a free kick going which way? Going to Leopold. Coming back to Williamson, who was being held before he took possession of the footy. Williamson to send it long, screaming for it is Pitt. In a one-on-one with Moore, Symes kills the contest with a big spoil. He's going to get out the front. Maybaum, again the unlikely rover, and his kick forward, not great. Straight on the chest of Bradley Wood. And instead of advancing the footy, he just goes back with a handball. Dwyer looks to step inside. Patton, rather Evans it is, gives a handball to Frangos. Frangos to Handley. That's Lockie with it. Will look to go with his left boot and does short. Oh, juggling at Mora. And then he had it, knocked it away. Well played by Ash. Well done by Mora to fight again. Hands and knees, Norton handball. Williamson, wonderful pick up.
And Williamson goes with the left foot, kick in. Clark can't quite take the mark off the back. Thompson. Oh, will he drill it through? Little right foot kick. Marcus Thompson across the face of goal. Through for one behind. 2 goals, 1. His personal tally. They take the lead. 9-11-65 the Lions. The Giants 10-4-64. And it's a quick kick in towards Symes, who's got a couple against him. Out the back, they might have the numbers in the end. Mensch gets free, handball shuffled. Have to be careful. Handley got it back. Off a step they go towards half forward with the kick. Big pack there. Matthews off the front for Leopold. Can get it around the corner. Does it sit?
Oh, nearly got over.
It nearly got over, but Herbert took the mark. It just settles the play down.
Herbert to right half forward. Leopold lead for the first time since the 28-minute mark of the second quarter. As we approach time on in the last term here at Leopold, we've gone nearly 19 minutes on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock.
Been Big Thompson this quarter.
He's a star.
Collins went off injured for information.
Comes in board. Oh, flying but not marking case off the hands of the pack. There's Handley. It's David snapping a kick towards half back. It's going to be a free kick going to Dixon, I suspect. Is it? No, it's going the other way. It's going to the big fella. Sending a kick wide and Lewis. There's a one-on-one. Now Gribble and Jennings. Which way is it going? It's going to Jennings against the smaller Gribble. Jennings sees something he likes and advances the ball to Herbert. That's Liam with the footy. Wearing the number 6 this afternoon. That might have been the number Matty Miller wore with distinction for the Lions. Now playing with Werribee Centrals. He comes laterally to Tom Scott, wearing his brother's old number 8, looking to make it his own. He can go back laterally to Herbert if he likes, but instead will advance the ball inside forward 50. Billy Clark, the only option. No mark taken there for the Lions, and back comfortably taking it for the Giants is Lewis. Oh, sorry, I should say Wood. Jake Wood across the face of his defensive goal. It's a well-weighted ball to Lockie Handley, but they're a long way from home and they trail by a point, the Giants.
Oh, he goes short to Frangos. Oh, little toe pug over the top was no good. Thompson. Oh, should have got a free kick for a front-on contact. Didn't come close to the boundary line. Handley, I want to see it over. Ash keeps it in. Now he doesn't. He kicks it out of bounds on the full. And a few comedy of errors there.
By foot again.
But free kick going to come back now. Evans has got it for the Giants. Last line of defence.
They make you nervous by foot in the back half, Giants.
Kirsch, those short kicks.
They're not working.
No, not at all.
So Handley plays on. Goes along with the kick outside 50. Lewis goes up in front. Thompson falls to the front again. Lewis tried to get the handball out. Wrapped up. Umpire says no, play on. Ball spills free again. Handball out the back. Punched away. Mensch. He's ripped off the football. Umpire says play on. Close to the boundary line. The Lions try and get it back to 50. Maybaum off a step. Goes to the pocket. And is it a mark? Oh, the umpire said
free kick
for a push, yeah.
There's a Lion down.
There's
a couple, in fact.
A few, yes.
They're going like 9 pins. Norton's down, and Patton's got up a little bit lame. Evans with the footy. He's 20 from his defensive goal, left back pocket. He wants the corridor. They need to get it moving, the Giants. See something he likes. Well weighted kick, but it's going to go too far. And it's going to be picked up by Matthews. Handball a little bit too hot for Marcus Herbert. Good tackle laid by Case. Or Justin, rather. I'm confused now on Little.
Which one
and
they
we'll
are.
get a ball up. Just inside the centre square, about 5 metres in. Leopold in attack slightly. Watts, who's rucked manfully today. But the tap down by Giddings. Maybaum is there playing as sort of a second follower. Handball, Hanley. Barnes took it off his bootlaces. Was good play. Then a kick very, very wide, and Symes is marked. About 45 from goal. Maybe a little bit too far if he's kicking into a hint of a breeze. We couldn't have a draw, could we?
We could.
22 minutes played. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock. There's no better way to travel, and Jaden Symes has the game on his boot. He's kicked one in this final term, the experienced ruck. This to put the Giants back in front. He kicks. He pulls it left. He hits the post. We're locked away again at 65. 10-5-65 the Giants. 9-11-65 Leopold in this final quarter, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. Jaden Symes with 1 goal 2 this afternoon.
Oh, got to play the percentages here and kick it long.
Gonna go. Justin has got it. Plays on from full-back, goes long to centre wing, over the back. Giants with the numbers. Evans, who's had a good final term, needs to pick it up though. Giddings over the top of it as well. Frangos is in there fighting hard for it. Lockie Handley kept his feet, couldn't pick the footy up though. Now the ball over the top. Got the numbers at the back. Oh no, kick by Dwyer was smothered beautifully by Ash. And it's out of bounds, so Leopold into attack right half forward.
Great desperate effort there.
22 and a half played, final term. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock. Boundary throw in. Watts up against Pitt. 65 around from the Leopold goal. Scores level. Ruck contest. Watts got it to the back of the pack. Mensch can't take it with him. Herbert can. Handball's out. Shuffles it. Marcus Thompson, 45 out. Right foot kick. Gives them the lead. 2 goals to his tally. 9-12-66 Leopold. They lead the Giants 10-5-65. APCO Cafe 24/7 final quarter K-Rock scoreboard.
Dare I say it, handy point. Brad Wood to bring the ball back into play for the Giants. Goes outside the defensive goal square and goes looking for Little or Owen. Neither could mark, I should say, sorry, Dwyer. And now Little dumped by... He's right below us in the... Maybaum comes and picks him up after putting him into the gutter. Yeah, and now Lovell wide with a kick, bouncing ball out in front of Ajang. Thompson will come and meet him. That was Marcus, and he did very well, Marcus Thompson, and he's created a spillage. And the line through O'Brien will go forward again. The kick's got a little bit too much carry on it for Giddings, and the mark taken there by Wood. I haven't seen a lot of Nyack lately. Not sure whether he's out there. We'll keep an eye on that.
Look out.
There's trouble here for the Giants.
Oh,
no.
Just
That's
bumps it towards the
deliberate.
boundary and always going to be deliberate. And who's standing next to the ball? It's Patton.
And to rub salt into the wounds, Dwyer has got up very sore for St John of God as well. He's hobbling. Might be a bit of cramp, clutching at the right toes to pull the old calf muscle back.
So Mitchie's got, he's right on the...
It's a long
50.
way.
So the man standing the mark is on 50. He's on the boundary line. He'll have to fade this in nicely with the breeze. It's a fair kick from there.
It's a big ask,
He's
isn't it?
kicked 5 goals, 5 this afternoon. He goes out, gets a shepherd, runs at 50, right foot kick, as drawn back around and through for one behind.
It was a big roost.
It was 5 goals, 6, and they double their lead. 9-13-67 Leopold, 10-5-65 the Giants.
They're going to have to set up well here to keep their ball in their forward half.
Hanley short into the left back pocket to Frangos, and the veteran of 170 games just chips one over the top and finds Evans. They can't afford to go short. They've just got to roll the dice now, the Giants. Better to lose trying to win the game than lose trying to just save the margin. His kick wide is too wide, and it's out of bounds on the full as he went looking for a jang, and the resultant free kick will be Dixon, who's been solid down back this afternoon for the Lions.
You've got to attack the corridor there. You can't go too wide or go short.
Dixon goes around to Jang, who jumped on the mark and now kicks to half forward. Spoiled from behind by Herbert. Here's Little pouncing and having a bounce and running towards the middle of Leopold Memorial Park. Kick towards centre half forward. Oh, there's going to be a free kick, I reckon, to Collins there. Here's a chance for the Giants. Collins, they didn't need to do that, Leopold. They just needed to provide a spoil. See something in the pocket. Symes has marked. He's in front of the interchange box, right half forward. Man on the mark stands 45 to 50 from home. So it would be a tough ask into this breeze for Jaden Symes. So he sees something short, and he's got it. And the mark is taken. Is that Gribble?
Yep, it is.
Who has bobbed up with a chance to put the Giants back in front and be the hero in round one. Noah Gribble.
Breeze has just popped up a little bit.
Playing just his third GFL senior game. Thank you, Chris. Nichols down boundary side. Would need to start at left goal post and work it back, you would suspect. Noah Gribble starts it right, and that is where it stays. It sneaks in for a behind. The draw is still very much on the table. 10-6-66. Geelong West, Leopold, 9-13-67 in this fourth quarter of K-Rock football for APCO Cafe 24/7.
This has got to go down the centre.
It's got to come to us.
Harris Jennings plays on from full-back, handballs it. Now they go. Lane long towards Giddings, and Maybaum goes up and takes a good grab.
Yeah, just have to slow it down
Just
to the
has
tempo.
to slow it down. Back end of centre wing. He's got Short. He's got Pitt. He takes the mark. He's controlling the footy now. Leopold, 1 point lead. 26 and a half played final term. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock. He goes long with the kick towards half forward. Giddings goes up against three Giants. Off the back, Wood. A Jang. Handball, Moi over the top. Nyak's there. Maybaum against three of them. You got to push in the back. The big fella. The umpire said no play on. Then the ball comes out. Ash tried to get it away. Watts. High kick up the chimney. Can't go anywhere. Oh, Gribble in the middle. Can't pay that mark. Not 15. And then Rugby scrummed it and held it in, and we'll have a ball up right in front of the K-Rock commentary box.
Score 67-66 here. It's 67 apiece between the Falcons and the Gold Coast Suns for Leopold Sporties. Umpire tosses it in the air right in front of us. Can't be much time left. Watts with the fist. Oh, gee, hurt there. It was Williamson going down, but the Lions will go inside forward 50. Giddings got a hand on it in the marking contest. Seeing it to the boundary line and out. Here's Wood. That's Jake for the Giants. And we'll get a boundary throw in inside forward 50. Lions lead by a point. 29 minutes almost ticked over on the Port Phillip Ferry time clock. Is it going to be a famous win to start the Gary Hocking era at Leopold?
Oh, hasn't been a lot of goals kicked this quarter.
So, boundary throw in. Giddings, Watts. They get it to the front. A Jang had it. Oh, he just took his eyes just off the ball as he was trying to grab the footy, and it fell out of his arms and over the boundary line for a throw in. Siren! There is the siren. Leopold have hung on. 9-13-67. They've beaten the Giants 10-6-66. And, well, what a great clash between both teams. And at the end, you can see the Giants boys despondent here in front of us at half-back. And Gary Hocking starts with a victory as the Leopold coach.
It was 3 points in round 6 last year to the favour of the Giants. So it's 1 point to the favour of the Lions to start season 2022. Chris Nichols is going to go down and get involved in all the revelry, maybe get one of the victorious Leopold players to get a reaction. Nico, work your way among the Leopold throng. See who you're going to have a chat to. Don't pick who you're going to chat to for the Best on Ground award. We'll talk to them later for a bit more an extensive chat. But Chris Nichols doing some great work boundary side as the players exchange pleasantries, but an outstanding contest this afternoon. Mitch Patton, a standout for Leopold. 5 goals, 6 he kicked this afternoon, 11 shots at goal. This is for a bloke that only kicked 8 goals from 5 games last year in a stop-start campaign for the star small forward. But 5 this afternoon in a game where there were only 19 goals kicked. He's kicked more than a quarter of the goals in the contest. He's kicked more than a third of the behinds in the contest. So he's had some sort of day. 11 scoring shots out of the 38 for the afternooners. Chris Nichols just working his way to have a chat
quick word.
With Tom Scott.
I've got Tom Scott here, boys. How's that feel, mate?
Yeah, it's bloody awesome. With a new young group, it's all experienced heads have kind of left, so it's really good that all the young boys stood up. So new generation of Leopold, I think.
And I imagine Buddha will be very happy.
Yeah, absolutely. He loves that. So be good to get in the rooms and celebrate.
I'll come in and hear the song with you. Well done, Tom. Go and join your teammates.
There's Chris Nichols down there. Not sure you might be able to grab another Leopold player as they walk off and have a chat. Rock Dog, get one of the stars of the afternoon. Just working his way through the throng. Don't be shy, Rock Dog. You never have been.